snort. I got the drip go. Snort, snort, snort. Cody, drip, snort, snort. I got the drip go. Damn, I got the drip go.
Thanks, Mom.
I got the tips go. Clear your throat, blow your nose. Damn, clear your throat. Please tip me. Damn, post-nasal drip is a constant. It keeps going. It's like a faucet that's dripping. Damn, snort, snort, snort. Cody, drip, snort, snort. I got the drip go. Snort, snort, snort. Cody, drip, snort, snort. I got the drip go. 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 Can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.
Warner Mills, can you please say everyone's names?
Those toxic assholes don't give a shit about anyone else but themselves. They're selfish idiots who just want to get a laugh on someone else's behalf and don't care about the repercussions of their own actions. They think they're protected because they're all anonymous on the internet, right? So here I am with an actual business being destroyed by that toxic
big ups to Hogan, man.
behavior. Big ups
Fighting
to your
them.
cat. Me.
Fighting them strikes right now.
Me. That's what this is all about and what it's always been.
Stupid.
Me. Me. I care about nothing in life. Me. Me. Human pieces of shit. Kill yourself. Me. Me. I don't care about anyone telling me that I need to improve or change. My nigga, I have your IP, I have your name, and I have your address. I have all your fucking personal information. I will come find you in real life.
I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. Let this be known.
What's up, Cat? I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you?
And you are done.
Just chilling out.
I'm coming for you.
Me. Me. That's what this is all about and what it's always been.
I finally got to play Dark and Darker, man.
Me.
I got that playtest out.
Nothing in life.
If you like Marauders, dude,
Me.
you should check out Dark and Darker.
Me. Human pieces
Or
of shit.
Tarkov or
Kill yourself.
whatever.
Me.
It's hard
Me.
though, dude. It's
I don't
fucking
care
hard.
about anyone telling me that I need to improve or change. Me. Me. That's what this is all about and what it's always been.
I think they're doing like playtest number 5 right now.
Me.
And it's free.
I care about nothing in life.
It's free.
Me. Me. Human pieces of shit. Kill yourself. Me. Me. I don't care about anyone telling me that I need to improve or change. But let me tell you something. When your
Yeah,
life is all
yeah. Oh
positive
shit,
today,
okay.
it's a
Yeah,
much
dude,
better
I've been trying to get into this game for like
and I can tell you that
a
from
hot minute,
personal
dude.
experience. Look at my life now. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful life with a family, right? Everything here is so much better than what I had before. Why? Because I'm a positive
And then I
person.
went on Twitch
That's why.
last night and I saw all these
Where I am
fucking
today, if I just
trendy
sat
ass,
here constantly being
these
negative,
stupid
being
trendy
angry, upset,
Twitch
jealous,
streamers,
crapping on
they're
some
all
shit,
streaming
that's
Dark
just
and
me, me,
Darker.
me, me, me. It's such a way. It's
So I was
not
like,
a
oh
way to
shit.
live. But these idiots actually
get
do
this
this
shit.
and don't know that. I really have to think and I have to hope. These people just don't know better.
Because you're not rich and you're not famous and you're not this and you're not that. You had an opportunity to be, but you blew it all. And I said, well, oh well. I'm proud of that.
Bro, I suck, dude.
I guess
I'm
proud to be
actually
a loser.
ass at that game. Like I can't,
This one's for all my
I
baby
keep
girls.
getting murked.
Be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy.
I get murked by the environment.
Thousands
Like
of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy on level 1. Level 1. Married happily, paycheck to paycheck happily, meaningful relationship, meaningful life with a family. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. Tomorrow, if I stop streaming, I would not be able to get a job. So it would be the end of my life. But outside of that, everything else is good in my life. You know what I mean? So I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy life. I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy. I'll be the thousands of children.
When your life is all positive instead of negative, it's a much better situation. Big up to your dad, and I can tell you that from personal experience. Look at my life now. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful life with a family, right? Everything here is so much better than what I had before.
$13,000.
But he blew it all, dude. He blew it all.
Pull up, hop out, and smurf your shit, gang. On their computers. Baller alert. They on computers talking shit offline, they losing it. 10-year legacy on life support, now the Patreon hit. The mod's a bitch, I'm being goofy, it's just to send some bits. I ain't a snitch, but 3rd out of 3rd, he ain't never call a hit. Mid-mileage and Mr. Husnor, but Nell on speed dial. My niggas wild, can't forget Theo when he the golden child. Who else around? Picking swaggers and DSP on some goofy shit. KG a bitch, trips to Japan, he get finesse by a chick. He a trick, I just made a brand new socket. What we do, huh? We just trolled a brand new op, bitch. AG Almighty A gang, what up? Get your shit scrambled, gang. You can't get played like Rambo. How would other
I thought about it.
Snack. She go get swipe right to see how you react. DSP is how you don't play. He failing games every day. Buying fast food with the tips is why he gaining weight. We troll a chill, the socks is real, man, it's been a drill. Subcount went up a few days ago, bro, you know that ain't real. The streams ain't chill, you yawn and complain about your bills. Cackle be gon' damn near every night, you need some gin for real. You diss Ninja, PewDiePie, and Almighty. What the fuck? How you go feel when them Twitch cops not on your side? Get that ass bang. Kick in the furnace, sweaties do sweet just like some McFlurries. Chat put on sub, only mold the mouse, don't have to worry. Do them dirty, X pull up with the shit, they get super nervous. What's the purpose? Praise be his name, Almighty at your praise be. Pull up.
Wait, did I get the name of the song?
No tips, no bits, they talk tough. Let me change up the style. Hey, again we go wild. Hey, what? We hooligans, cooling and bulling and buck next, we up now. Ha. Hey, again we go wild. Hey, what? We hooligans, cooling and bulling and buck next, we up now. Hey, shout out to Susan and big ups to Porsche for holding it down. Hey, niggas out here trolling with a couple grand. What the fuck? To me that sound like you a fucking fan. Hey, do them dirty. X pull up with this shit, they get super nervous. What's the purpose? Praise be his name, Almighty at your praise be.
It's Tevin's fault.
I'm not here to tell.
Oh, I did. No, that was right. It's computers, but
It's just me and my gang. AG.
I got it wrong somewhere else.
Baller alert.
Yeah, I got my bits on me. I ain't trying to tip right now. And if I'm not being me, I got a sock right now. Just you was leaving on site if I turn on the stream right now. On a straight. Me and A gang, we ball. Y'all free thing right now. Yeah, I got my bits on me. I ain't trying to tip right now. And if I'm not being me, I got a sock right now. On a sock. Yo, you was leaving on site if I turn on the stream right now. Me and A gang, we ball. Y'all free throw right now. I'll talk tips. I don't know what y'all cheering about. Matter of fact, as we stream, I'm counting tips right now. If a nigga play with my channel, he can get banned right now. Team no troll, so you know I got my motherfucking mods right now. Mods. Yo, you was all on my dick like they tryna sub right now. Said they gon' give some silver, said I couldn't go and clock out. You need to get out. They sent me tips on the all cause you was checking on the accounts. Checking all the account while you was with no subs. I was checking on my mouse. Just count the egg gang, bitch. You know, we got model, we got clout. I go crazy with the trolling till they learn man all my niggas. Rolling up on streams to see what they about. What? It's follower only mode, so I had to change my route. I got 17 socks on the couch right now. And 500 bits from ads right now. I got whispers all on my lane. How you doing? People know I'm safe, even when I'm not on.
Yeah, man. I hope you have a great day.
Yeah, I got my drinks on me. I ain't trying to tip right now.
Yeah, I'm busy later. I got after the stream. I gotta go out.
Me and A game, we ballin'. Y'all free throwing right now.
There's a sick motherfucker on the internet called Tevin.
I tipped myself today to see if I'll still beg. DoorDash on the way. Hold a new JPEG. The bottle full of gin. The old familiar drink. Try to sip it all away, but I remember everything. What
Yeah, I was pretty hyped when I came back to this.
I have no friends. Everyone I know becomes a troll in the end.
Bro, I came back to so many good songs that I didn't hear yet.
My empire of clouds.
It's like fucking Christmas morning, basically.
I just let them down. All I got is gout. I wear this crown of hate on my Italian hair, full of balding spots I cannot repair. Beneath the greasy screen, the tips just disappear. My wife's with someone else.
This isn't Meerkat? I thought this was Meerkat singing.
Here. What have I become?
I mean, the song says Johnny Tips, but
I have no friends.
I just assumed it was Meerkat.
Everyone I know becomes a troll in the end. I could have it all. My empire of clouds. I just let them down. All I got is gout. If I could start again.
You know when your cat gets its like claw stuck in the screen? You gotta like help it get its claw unstuck.
And turn the camera off that day.
And you know what this reminds me of? When I worked at the helicopter company, helicopter support. It 1,000,000% reminds me of that. And quite frankly, those people who make that shit up should be sued. They should be sued into oblivion. But I'm not a rich man, and I don't have the means to do it.
Yo,
you know,
what up,
some of that
Darcy?
stuff out there has been insanely damaging and messed up. The things they said about me and my family, that's completely false. And they have absolutely no factual corroboration for any of it.
Meerkat Mob. Who?
I'm a dunce. I'm a dunce. Yes, that's true. He's a pedophile. He's a racist. He's a sexist. Yes, that's true. I smell. I'm a dunce. Offensive, egregious cross-dresser. Yes, that's true. Gifted a body that has a lot of shortcomings, okay? Bad back injury, a severely herniated gout, you oozing with grit, postnasal gout. Gout is a disease that makes you act like an ass. He's a racist, he's a sexist, he's a scammer, he's this, he's that. Yes, that's true. I'm a dunce. I'm a dunce. Yes, that's true. He's a pedophile. He's a racist. He's a sexist. Yes, that's true. I smell. I'm a dunce. Stupid mouth drooler. Offensive. Egregious crossdresser. Yes, that's true. I'm a dunce. I'm a dunce. Yes, that's true. He's a pedophile. He's a racist. He's a sexist. Yes, that's true. I smell. I'm a dunce. Offensive. Egregious crossdresser. Yes, that's true. It was like Phil's an embezzler, and Phil invests his money in terrorism, and Phil's a drug dealer. So I had a dream.
Dude, I remember that.
People were
I remember
every
this, dude.
heinous kind of thing they could
It was
possibly
fucking
say
hilarious.
about me, but because of who I am, people believe it.
I made a short with all those clips. It was funny. Oh shit.
Because you're not rich and you're not famous and you're not this and you're not that. You had an opportunity.
Hold up, I want to find that real
but you
quick. Hold
blew it
on.
all. And I said, well, oh well. I'm proud of that. I guess I'm proud to be a loser.
You guys like pizza? I know I do. I love pizza. I'm Italian. I'm disappointed that since I moved out here to the West Coast, there is not a real authentic East Coast Italian style pizza out here. Would you like to have a pizza party with me? Mamma mia! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens! Mozzarella! And delicious! Taking the dollars and roll it out the toss in the air! Pizza pie! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Delicious! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens! Salvagno cheese, Salvagno greasy shit, crazy meat, weird sauce. The sauce has these big chunks of tomato that are very well seasoned that are really good. Turn on the ovens and burn all the pizzas. Mamma mia! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens. Mozzarella! And delicious! Taking the dollars and roll it out the toss in the air. Pizza pie! Make it a pizza pie! Greasy shit! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Weird sauce! Pizza pie! Delicious! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Mamma mia! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens. Mozzarella! And delicious! Taking the dollars and roll it out the toss in the air. Pizza pie! Make it a pizza pie! Greasy shit! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Cheese! Pizza pie! Delicious! Pizza pie! Weird sauce! Pizza pie! Crazy meat! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens. Now on to the more exotic seasonings. These loading, loading, loading. Loading, loading, loading.
These are my shorts.
Loading.
These are my shorts.
Loading. Oh, it's gonna be done. It's gonna be done. Discrete error. All right, Nathan Wong, enjoy your time out. And if you ever say that I'm not appreciative of my viewer base again, I'll just permanently ban you because you've never supported the stream. All you get is gifted memberships, and you're going to sit here and talk shit about me. You can fuck off, okay? So think about what you said, and I want an apology when you come back from your time out, and don't ever say that again. Being a dickhead to me. Yeah, okay. Thanks a lot, fuckface. All right. Ready? Let's continue. Now, here's the thing. All right? You guys know, when it comes to mobile games, I'm not completely opposed to them. So, you hope your son never acts like me? Me too. I hope your son never acts like me whatsoever. I hope he stands in the corner staring at paint dry for the rest of his fucking life, you boring asshole. Anyway, so.
Hey, Phil Burnell, it's your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle. And detractors have your number, buddy. I've seen the bank leaks. Jasper showed me your phone. We all know the WWE Champion's addiction is getting worse. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. And Cat deserves more than Burger King. And by the way, I'm watching you.
Day of the week. Indeed, it is Thursday, the 18th of April, 2023. How are you all doing today? I hope I find you well. What a week it has been. A great week. I would say overall this week was quite entertaining and fun. We had good progress in the games that we're playing, which were relatively newer playthroughs as opposed to insanely long ongoing playthroughs. And in regards to the ongoing playthroughs we've been doing, we wrapped one up with Like a Dragon Ishin. And I would say, you know, we're approaching the end game of Oblivion as well, although it may end up being an extended playthrough if people want to see the DLC, which we're kind of mulling over right now. So, good stuff to be had, and today we are back to Elden Ring, which is why we're back to the Elden Ring border. Hope that you've been liking the Elden Ring festivities that I've brought to the stream since we brought it back last week. So, this is the final day of the week, streaming for me, because tomorrow's my day off. And for the show today, we've got a good amount of stuff to discuss. Some interesting game news, some news we've been waiting for quite a bit, especially in regards to the current schedule and rotation of games that we're going to be playing. There's been a couple questions about, you know, what would I be playing in the next couple of weeks? Would there be a new game, possibly this Friday? Or what else is going on? Well, today we can finally analyze this from a perspective of being informed a bit, because today, 2 games released, and a third game is coming out on Friday, and finally everyone is able to talk about it on the internet who got their early copies and or review copies. And I'd like to talk about these games because we've been mulling these over for the past couple of weeks.
The stream is dying.
That Phil would play or whatever, and we can finally come to a determination today on the Level 1 podcast. So we're going to have a good amount of discussion about
it's coming back.
Games today on the show.
It's dying.
Outside of that, the other thing I would like to talk about is last night's Tier Maker stream over on DSP Reacts, which is my sister channel where I don't do gameplay or this podcast, but instead all kinds of other content, including a weekly show where I react to clips called DSP versus the Internet, reviews of various movies and television shows called DSP, what do I call that? DSP Reviews? DSP Reacts Reviews? I don't even remember what I called the show. That's pretty funny. And now a new series
I don't know, dude.
called DSP Ranks It, where it is a tier maker series where I rank things, and we had started this as an experiment during my birthday marathon about a week and a half ago, and then I decided we would do a full stream of it last night. And I'd like to talk a little bit about that.
They have to.
And get your
they
feedback
have to
on
sleep
it,
in separate
okay?
beds.
And Jasper Kitty is also here, and he would like to say something. Jasper, what would you like to say? Jasper Kitty.
Why is he pimping Jasper so hard lately? Yo, he was pimping out Jasper all day yesterday.
Say something to the audience. Speak it to the mic.
See, look, he's like, I'll never monetize my cat.
You know, he only talked once ever. Only
and you know
once.
what happened after the cat came on, dude? He got more tips.
Camera. But then you talked to me all day long outside of the office. He clams up. Maybe
coincidence, Phil? You knew you were going to get more tips.
Maybe that's what it is. Do you think Jasper is camera shy? Are you camera shy, Jasper? Answer me. Say something.
You said you wouldn't monetize Jasper.
He won't talk to me. Anyway. Jasper, yes, once again can join us today for Elden Ring if he so chooses, as my wife is at work. So, there you go. I guess, what should we do? What order should we cover things today? Shall we? You know what?
Yo, I
Why
bet
don't
you
we do
he's
the Tear Maker talk
bet you
first?
he's got a
Why not
bag of
talk
cat
about how Tear
treats,
Maker
bro.
went last night?
He
So we
secretly
can kinda
grabs
discuss
like a
the future
cat
of that.
treat
Then we'll talk about
to
the schedule
entice
for
the
the
cat
week,
in.
and then we'll talk about the game news.
Like
the
he
3
puts
new
it on
games
his
that are
lap.
coming out. All
He's
right.
been putting cat
So here
treats
we
on his
go.
lap to get the. Bro, I figured
Jasper,
it
what
out,
did you think
dude.
of Tear Maker last night? You saw the stream, right?
He's got cat treats
So
on
when
his
I was
lap,
doing the
dude.
Tear Maker stream last night on DSP Reacts, my wife was watching
Sick,
downstairs,
bro. You're
and
sick.
Jasper was there with her watching. So they saw the fast food franchise rankings. My wife loved it. She thought it was a great stream. She really enjoyed it. So I don't know about you guys. How many of you actually saw it last night? I'm curious. For the 200 plus people who are here this morning, how many people saw the Tear Maker stream last night? The attendance was good. The attendance was
Unfortunately, I
over
did catch
300 viewers the
last
entirety of the
part.
stream. That's pretty good for a late night stream on the React channel, which I have never done. Like I never
was
did a late night
pretty
stream over there
bad.
before.
It's
So
pretty
I would
bad.
say that was some pretty good attendance.
He does the same
And
with.
you know, as for engagement,
what, he has
yeah,
horse
tons of people
treats
were
and he
chatting
just-
it up. Support was decent. Support was decent.
Horses love sugar
It wasn't
cubes, dude.
necessarily a insanely
Apparently
huge,
horses
oh my
love
god,
sugar
blowing
cubes.
everyone away
I
with
didn't know that.
support kind of stream. But at the same time, it was far from dead. It was kind of a happening stream. People were having a good time. And that's what it's all about, putting out content that people are enjoying and wanting to be a part of. And I think that really happened last night. In fact, once again, we hit a record number of members on DSP Reacts. We had 114 members, which is really cool that the channel is still consistently growing. It's been over 2 months since I launched it, and it's seen consistent growth every single week. That's excellent, okay? So how did it go? What did we do? So we ranked American fast food franchises on Tear Maker, and I found one that was really, really good. It had like a ridiculous amount of fast food restaurants. Now, did it have all of them? No. For example, there was a couple chains that I know for a fact were missing, like Duchess, which I used to eat back in Connecticut. That's a Northeast United States franchise. That wasn't in the ranking. What they really tried to do is they tried to grab.
I'm from the Northeast.
I guess
I've
what they would
never
consider
been
the
to one of
biggest
those.
fast food chains that are kind of a nationwide deal, which is good. But it kind of sucks because there were a few that were missing there that I would have liked to mention from back home when I used to live in Connecticut. You know, that a lot of people maybe don't know about. Like Duchess is a really good fast food franchise, fresh food and really good
Duchess?
offerings that a lot of other places don't do. Now, Jasper, like here we go again. He's laying on my lap. Jasper Kitty.
Yeah, I
Jasper
wonder why,
Kitty.
Phil. I figured it out. You got some
Jasper,
type of
you
cat
can't sit
treats
on my
that you've
back here,
been
I'm sorry.
feeding him
He's
to
being
get him
silly.
on camera.
Okay, so here's the deal. Here's
I
what I
don't
was
know
planning
why.
on doing last night. All right, based on what had happened during my birthday marathon.
Why would Jasper
I
ever want to
thought that
voluntarily
this Tear Maker
sit
would
on
be
your
like an
lap?
hour long, and we were going to do 2 of them. So at first we were doing the fast food thing, and then after that hour, when that one finished, we were going to do a second one, and people were voting, and the voting was between Street Fighter characters or 80s
Connecticut,
and
yeah,
90s
Connecticut
sitcom
is the
shows.
Northeast.
And 80s and 90s sitcoms won by about 10%. And I was like, all right, that'd be down. We could rank Perfect Strangers against Family Matters, against Home Improvement. Like, this will be a fun thing to do, right? Wrong. Because guess what? The fast food rankings lasted 2 hours and 15 minutes. Yes, it took that long to rank all of the American fast food chains. It was very, very, very comprehensive, I think is the word for it. A lot of these fast food chains, I had stories behind them to let you know what my personal experience was with each one and why I was ranking them the way that I did. Sometimes it was elaborate about the food there. Sometimes there was a particular situation or story that I had. Sadly, there was quite a few that I did not try. And if you never had it, you can't rank it. So a lot of them, I think like a dozen of them or more, ended up being in that, never had them category. But it was interesting because as I was telling my stories and experiences, more people would chime in the chat, and sometimes we'd have a back and forth, or sometimes someone would have something to add about something, which was very interesting. And we had a couple people who were actually pulling up like the history of the companies, and we were talking about that too. So I felt like it was pretty good. It actually was pretty interesting and went pretty well, and had a good time with it. And in general, people seem to enjoy it as well. Now that video is live on DSP Reacts. Like I said, it's a 2 hour and 15 minute long video. As of now, it's been live for about 12 hours, and it has over 1,000 views. For some reason, they don't show, which is really weird. YouTube has been doing something lately where the views are not necessarily popping up right away. It's kind of a weird thing that I'm noticing, where I'll do a stream or a video, and it'll say a certain amount of views, but then if I go into, say, my app, my YouTube app, the app will say otherwise. It'll say something different. So right now, if I go into the YouTube app, all right, for DSP Reacts, and I take a look at the video from last night, it says it has over 1,100 views and climbing. But then if you go on DSP Reacts and you look at the public-facing number, it's like 800. Why aren't the views showing? It's really weird. I don't know what's going on, but over 1,000 views in 12 hours is
Mr.
great for that
fucking
channel.
views over here.
Usually that channel doesn't even get 1,000 views on each video. Like the last 2 reviews that I did, which was for The Conjuring 3 and then recently Top Gun Maverick, and then actually, what was the last one I just did? James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. They have like 600 views each. Like, it's not doing so well with views, to be honest. But this one is doing pretty good. I think people like the fact that it was long form, it was detailed, it was enjoyable. Now, if you don't know how Tier Maker works, anyone can make a Tier Maker list. And I guess what happens is if you make one, it's public usable, and people who use it can rate it, and the higher ratings it shows, then it shows up there more often so more people can use it. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I really liked the one that we used, and it went really well. All right, so if you have like 2 hours to kill and you just want to relax and think about fast food and kind of zone out and have a good time, check out the video. Already 1,000 people haven't seemed to like it. And again, if you like that show, if you enjoyed that Tier Maker, and you're like, wow, that was kind of neat, I like that, let me know. Leave a comment on the video, give it a like, and I would be more than happy to possibly bring Tier Maker into the rotation of content that I do. Maybe every couple of weeks we do like a random night stream and it's a Tier Maker stream. All right, this is not going to be something we do all the time. Here's the thing. If you do it all the time, sadly,
like how he acts like 1,000 views for him is a lot.
It's not special anymore. It becomes something commonplace.
Bro, you have 200K.
Blasé, and it's not exciting as if it was something that you do every once in a while, right? So that's what I mean. Like, I don't want to do Tier Maker every single week.
Good?
I don't want to do it every few days. Then it's not going to really matter that much anymore. But if you do it every once in a while, you want to break up the content. For example, we're doing late night chill streams and we want to interrupt the gameplay and do something different for a chill stream that's not gameplay. I think Tier Maker is absolutely perfect for that. Okay? So, I'm excited to hear your feedback on this. Please give me your feedback on it. And perhaps we will do another one soon. Okay? Go give it a look. And by the way, thanks to anyone who supported the channel last night. Like I said, we're at a record high number of members over on DSP Reacts. Most we've ever had. I think it's like 114. And every time I stream over there, the support is quite good. I stream at least once a week on Saturdays for DSP versus the Internet, which is my Clips React show. But now we're kind of mixing it up and doing other stuff. Yes, we're doing the React show this Saturday and next Saturday, but another special thing we're doing is on April 30th. We're actually going to be doing a long-form React show, all right? And that show is going to be me reacting to the Internet Historian YouTube channel, where I'll be reacting to a few, 1 or 2 different things maybe, that we'll be doing and reacting to from some of their biggest and best documentaries, I guess, okay? So that's coming up on the 30th. So anyway, good stuff. I'm excited. I hope that you guys are excited for DSP Reacts content. But now that we've talked about that, I think it's time to swing back and get back to talking about gameplay here on DSP Gaming for the rest of the show. Sound good? Okay. Once again, it is very windy outside today, and my blinds have just blown into the window and are hanging off that ledge. Hold on a second to see if I can push them back in. Get them to stay. For every person complaining, I'm going to be very happy to ban you all. So the next complaint I see about me actually checking out the game I bought, you're going to get banned. I'm flapping all over the place. Okay, so let's talk. Let's talk about the schedule for the week, and then let's talk about new games coming out and my thoughts on them. Because today we have information on 3 different games. Minecraft Legends, the Disney racing game, crap, why am I having a brain fart? It's called Disney Speedstorm, and Dead Island 2, We can talk about all 3 of them today because now there's information about them all over the internet, and we can fully discuss them. Okay? Cool.
No Dead Island.
So first of all, let's talk schedule. Today, we return to Elden Ring right after the podcast ends. We are at the end of the academy. In fact, we're at the boss fight with Renala at the very tail end, like the last 2 minutes of the stream yesterday. I made a run and tried Renala. And I'm not kidding you, I was this close to beating her. I basically made one fatal flaw at the end. I would have one-shotted her if I didn't make an epic mistake at the end, where I just tried to get a little bit desperate and Hail Married some magic. This time around, I think I'm going to do better. And I think we're going to probably beat her relatively quickly. In which case, then we got to determine what do you guys want to see me do next in the game. Do you want me to move on to another major region? Do you think that there's areas where I should still go to get items that'll be critical to my build? For example, I know for a fact there is a magical side quest dungeon in the upper left-hand, like northwestern corner of the Lakes of Liurnia. It's completely optional, but it's challenging and fun and interesting. And I'm curious if I should do it or not, because if I do it, there might be good magical items and spells and things there that I need for the rest of the game, but I don't know. Should I skip that instead? You guys know better than me where the best items are in the game right now. Okay,
I gotta go out.
So that's the question: is what should I do next
for the
after
rest
we
of the
beat
day after
the academy? We have many options.
So I gotta chief
and I'm
as
going to
much
take your feedback in, and based on what
weed
you
as I
guys
can during the
are
stream.
saying and thinking, that's what we're going to do today. Okay. Fair enough. I'm excited. I'm really enjoying this magic run. We're now about 10 hours in. I'm telling you, I'm having a great time with this one, especially because I know a lot about the dungeons and everything. It's been pretty fun. Okay. Tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it's more gameplay. It is Oblivion. And tonight, we're going to try to figure out, can we figure out how to resume the Mages Guild questline? Because I was looking at the achievements the other day, and essentially the only achievements left in the game are Mages Guild and main story. And I'm like, okay, well, Mages Guild just stopped abruptly and never picked back up. So I'm wondering, how do we resume the Mages Guild? Like, I want to continue with the Mages Guild, but I don't know how to do it. So maybe today together we can figure that out and try to resume it, because I really was enjoying that, and then all of a sudden it just ended. So hopefully there is something that will trigger it to come back, okay? And then talking about continuing on with Oblivion. I told you guys this last time, and I'm going to stick to my guns here. Oblivion's been going on now for 4 months, okay? Since December to now, it's almost a 4-month-long playthrough. We're around 60 hours into it, okay? Now, I'm enjoying it. It's a chill playthrough. We have a lot of interaction when I play, and in general, it's been a great ride. But we are coming to the end with the Mages Guild and the story, and maybe some hidden quests here or there, but for the most part, we are coming to the end of the game. So the question is, do I do more content by buying the DLC, which is, I guess, called the Shivering Isles, and everyone seems to be of the impression that the Shivering Isles DLC is, like, super duper good, okay? And I'm down for that, but only if people are going to commit to actually showing up, engaging, and supporting with the Oblivion streams. And the reason I say that is, I did notice a distinct drop-off in the last 2-3 weeks, with that whenever I play Oblivion, there's less people, there's less engagement, and there's less support. And because of that, I'm debating, is it now the natural time that maybe we should move on from Oblivion?
Phil, the game is how many years old at this point, dude? I think we all know why it's not doing as good as you think it's going to do. I don't know why you would think it would do good. Why would you think Silent Hill 3 would do good? Sometimes I don't know what his brain is thinking, you know, like...
It's now been almost 4 freaking months that I've been playing this as a chill stream. I love it, but maybe it's just too long. Maybe now it's time to say it's time to move on and do other stuff as a late night chill stream. People have been suggesting games for late night chill streams for a while, and I keep telling them, we don't really have room. So is it time to move on?
Oh, you've been saying that since Bassmaster, and it's a terrible choice, dude. Like, it made no sense, dude. Like, Bassmaster always made money. Disney always made money. The late night chill streams always made money. And then one day Phil was like, we're done with late night chill streams. What do you mean? It's money.
Or do you want to see Shivering Isles? So what I think we need to do is we need to start discussing this. Tonight on the late stream, please come by for Oblivion. Let's talk it out, and let's see what people think. And I'm going to try to get a gauge.
You know what it was? Disney got too grindy for him. That's what happened. The games fuck it up for him, basically. It was easy until it got to a certain. Once you get to a certain point, all that's left is like grinding, like materials. And Phil was not having any of that shit, dude. I remember now. Wow.
For interest in the next few times that I play Oblivion, and based on that, I will make the decision if I'm going to get the DLC or not. Okay? It's that simple. If we don't, there's many other things to do. Okay, that's today. That's a full day of gameplay streaming. Tomorrow, I'm off from streaming. I hope that you guys will take the opportunity to get caught up on all the stuff I've been doing, both here on DSP Gaming and over on DSP Reacts during the day off. Please remember to like the videos if you're enjoying them. Please leave comments. That helps for engagement. Maybe consider a super thanks if the video is eligible, because some of them aren't because they get claimed. And when I come back on Thursday, we go full-fledged into gaming again. Now, I do have a schedule update for everyone. All right? On Thursday, I'm going to play Elden Ring again. And you might say, wait a minute, you're playing it yesterday, you played it today, you're playing it again on Thursday. What is going on? Why are you playing so much Elden Ring? Well, there's a good reason for this. On Thursday is the Street Fighter 6 digital event, and it starts at 3 p.m. Pacific time. I want to watch and react to it with you guys live. So it wouldn't make sense for me to start up Silent Hill 3, because if you're not aware, we're at the end of Silent Hill 3. I actually looked into it. I was curious how much is left in the game. Well, we've got the amusement park, and we've got one more area, and it's the end of the game. And I looked at my playthrough from, 11 years ago, basically about 2.5 hours left, and then the game is done. So there's not that much left. That means one more major stream, and I actually have completed Silent Hill 3. So with that being said, I don't want to say, oh, let's play Silent Hill 3 on Thursday. I play it for 2 hours. We don't beat it because I'm going to react to the Street Fighter event, and now I'm stuck with an unfinished playthrough that I only need 45 minutes left to finish, you see? So I'd rather wait and do a whole major stream of Silent Hill 3 to finish the game. All right? So because of that, we're going to do a smaller abridged stream of Elden Ring on Thursday, and then at 3 p.m., we're going to switch over, and right here on DSP Gaming, we're not going to switch channels. That would be pretty stupid. We're just going to watch it here together on DSP Gaming. I'm going to react live to the Street Fighter 6 event.
Fucking rewind, bro. Fucking rewind to not even that long ago. I'd say maybe 6-7 months ago, something like that. He was saying word for word, I don't want to be Mr. Live React. And then 5-6 months later, he makes a fucking Live React channel. Like, yeah.
As hosted by Lil Wayne.
Yeah, Lil Wayne, bro.
So what is the Street Fighter 6 event going to cover?
I wouldn't fuck with Lil Tunchi, bro.
It's going to cover World Tour, which is essentially the mode where it's the story. You're going throughout the world, you create your own character, you're fighting against enemies, and you level up like an RPG. You gain new abilities that you can equip to your character so you could create a custom moveset. And it seems interesting. They've described it before, but they have never shown it nor gone into detail about it. This is supposed to be an in-depth exploration of what the World Tour mode will be.
He is
if
Mr.
World
Live
Tour mode
React,
is what
bro.
I'm thinking it's going to be.
And you are Mr. Views.
It could be the best
You're
single-player content
everything,
ever
dude.
made for a fighting game.
You're all
because
that shit.
Other companies do things like this. NetherRealm, usually they have a story mode, and then they have a crypto mode where you can walk around and explore and do optional challenges and unlock more content, right? This seems like it's a full-fledged game. Like an actual game within a game. Yes, Street Fighter 6 will be a competitive fighting game, but it seems like there will also be significant offline single-player content for people who want a real game outside of the competition side of it. That's cool. And if that's the case, I'm very excited. I actually can't wait to play that. So that's going to be cool because I'll be covering single-player and multiplayer of Street Fighter 6 come June if it is what they say it is. We're going to find out on Thursday when they go into depth about it. Now, another thing that they're supposed to be going into depth about is Battle Hub. For those who played the closed beta like me, Battle Hub is essentially a lobby where you go in and you can sit down in a training room and practice while you wait for a match, and then people can either sit down and personally challenge you, or you could go into matchmaking and then you play. Well, apparently that's not all Battle Hub's going to be. Battle Hub apparently is going to have a lot more features in the full version. one of the things that's been alluded to is that you're going to be able to play other fighting games in Battle Hub, like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo has been alluded to that you'll be able to play it in Battle Hub. Now the question is, do you just sit there and play the computer and it's just AI, you know, you're playing against like the CPU, or are they actually going to have online play of Super Turbo? I don't think they're going to have online play of Super Turbo. I'm just being honest. I'm trying to, you know, temper my expectations here. But can you imagine if they have online Super Turbo in Street Fighter 6? That could reinvigorate the Super Turbo community. So, I'm very, 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 very curious.
What the fuck do you care about any Street Fighter community, dude? You're not part of any community. You're constantly ragging on the FGC. Dude, like, what? You just called the FGC scumbags and drug addicts. Now he's talking about reinvigorating a Street Fighter community. You're trash, buddy. You're trash.
What's going to happen with this game and what's going to be in Battle Hub, okay?
He gives a fuck.
And then Capcom is saying they're going to have a big, huge surprise announcement that no one is expecting by the end of the show. A lot of people are saying it's going to be another beta. They're going to have one final beta before the game comes out, all right? If that's the case, I wouldn't be surprised. However, if the beta is exactly the same characters from the 2 closed betas, I don't even think I want to do it. Seriously, like, I've already played with those characters. I mean, I didn't play with Ken, right? I didn't play with Ken. I didn't play with Kimberly. But I played with everyone else, and it's like, I would much rather have it be other characters. If they add Honda, Blanca, Zangief, or some of the new characters, like, what's her name, Manon or Manon, I don't know how to pronounce her name, or Lily, or Marissa, then I would be like, oh, this is exciting. These are all new characters that I can try out. Classic characters coming back. What will they play like in Street Fighter 6? I'd be all over that. But if it just ends up being the same characters again, I'd be like, I think I'm skipping it. I don't want to play the same again. I'll wait for the full release in June. So, so let's see what happens on Thursday. Thursday, we'll have a Level 1 podcast covering my day off, then 2 hours of Elden Ring. Then we'll switch over and we'll do a live react to the Capcom Street Fighter 6 event. And that's the first stream, okay? The late stream on Thursday will be the premiere of Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Collection. And you guys have been voting all week long on what game you want to see me play. Let's take another look at that poll, because I get the feeling whatever the poll results are right now are going to end up being the final result. They're probably not going to change at this point because that poll's now been running for many days. Okay. So here we go. Scrolling all the way down here. The final poll results are as follows. You ready? With 796 votes cast, so just under 800 people voted. Thank you to those who did. Final Fantasy 1 has 42% of the vote. Final Fantasy 2 has 6% of the vote. Final Fantasy 3 has 7% of the vote. And Final Fantasy 5 has 45% of the vote. Meaning, ladies and gentlemen, starting on Thursday night, it is the premiere of my first ever playthrough, Final Fantasy 5 Pixel Remaster, right here on DSP Gaming. I'm excited for this. I actually really like Final Fantasy V as a game. I like the graphics. I like the gameplay mechanics. I love the music. The one thing that I feel is weak is the story. I think the story is a little cliche, especially compared to 4 and 6, which have these really unique, interesting stories. I do feel like the story of 5 is kind of, but still, I'm excited for this. A first-time run of a classic Final Fantasy game. Okay? So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to delete the poll. And the reason I'm deleting it is because I don't want people to complain and be like, oh, the poll changed overnight. We're gonna stick with it. It's going to be Final Fantasy V premiering on Thursday night.
Phil's learned his lesson time and time again.
That's exciting. So that's going to be the split between Oblivion and Final Fantasy V as the late night chill streams moving forward. Hope that sounds good. Okay? Okay.
Epic.
Very cool.
Clear.
Now, what's going to happen for the rest of the week? Well, Friday there's going to be double gameplay streams. Saturday is going to be DSP versus the Internet on DSP Reacts, my weekly Clips React show, and some gameplay. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday will all be full gameplay days. All right? Now, what am I going to be playing? Well, I'll definitely be continuing with Elden Ring, and the night streams are definitely going to be Final Fantasy V and Oblivion. But what about the other daytime stream? Because I need to finish Silent Hill 3, correct? So I will finish Silent Hill 3 over the next week with one major stream. But outside of that, the question is, what other playthrough will I be doing? Well, the first thing we should do is look at the the new game releases coming out that I'm absolutely playing. I'm absolutely going to be playing Star Wars Jedi Outcast. Actually,
I just realized, why doesn't he have a humidifier in his room? That would probably help with his. That would definitely help with his like congestion and shit. That's like a basic. It's like the first thing you would get, right?
Jedi Survivor, and that's coming out on the 28th. So that's a week from Friday. Okay, so essentially we have about a week to figure out what we want to do. There's another game coming out, and this is a Game Pass game, which I'm going to give it at least one shot to see if I like it or not. And it's called, I think it's called like the Last Case of Benedict Fox or something like that. And it's supposed to be like a 2D puzzle kind of mystery game, but it also has like a Lovecraftian element to it. I want to at least try it once. It's on Game Pass, and that comes out the 27th. So if it's good, it's good, and if it's not, I'll never play it again. No risk, but I at least like to give it a shot because it is on Game Pass, all right? So those two are a given. But what else am I going to be playing? Well, let's talk, because 2 games have released today, and another game is releasing on Friday, and we finally have information about all of these.
Like you're having a business meeting. Like he's having a business meeting with with the dents, dude. Well, let's talk about this, okay? Let's reason with each other, guys. What? Who are you talking to?
Games. The first game that comes out today is called Minecraft Legends, and this is a Game Pass game, okay? It's set in the world of Minecraft. It looks like Minecraft. However, it does not play like Minecraft. I looked into this. In Minecraft Legends, you control the hero. Yeah, that sounds pretty generic, because it is.
Like
essentially,
Warcraft?
your character is an omnipotent character that controls everything else in the universe. You recruit the denizens of Minecraft, including both friendly creatures as well as characters that were enemies in the original Minecraft, like creepers and stuff like that. And they are all going to be your troops. You then use RPG elements to order and control the troops to do things as the Minecraft world is being invaded by pig-like enemies. I forget what they're called. They're called like piglins or something like that, like a cross between goblins and pigs.
Yo.
So you have to basically defend the Minecraft world from an invading army of enemies. And
it's an invading army of fills
to do it. Okay?
It's an invading army of fills.
Is that the whole game? Well, yes and no. It's a single-player game, but also you can play it with friends, up to 3, or up to 4 more. So basically it's a 4-player co-op game, and they even said if you play it with friends, the game's much easier. Connection. They don't increase the difficulty when friends join. So if you play it solo, it's kind of challenging. If you team up with friends, then it's much easier. Okay? But in addition to that, there's also going to be challenge mode. So not only is there a story to play through, but there's optional challenges and things for achievements that you can do after the fact. So, does it sound interesting? You know what it sounds like?
Yeah,
a Game Pass game.
Yeah.
It sounds like a game that you probably wouldn't want to drop much money on, but if it's on Game Pass and if you're looking for some time to kill, you might want to give it a shot. I think it's like $40 if you buy it outright, but right now it's on Game Pass and you can play it immediately. All right? Does this sound something?
Are you kidding me, dude?
Does this sound like something that
Phil
I'm
loves
interested
himself
in playing
way too
in
much to ever do that.
rotation? No. It honestly doesn't sound too interesting to me. It sounds like yet another Minecraft spin-off. You know, they've done a bunch of these where they try to take the Minecraft universe and they use it as an engine to form another game out of it. It doesn't seem very interesting to me. And it's probably something, if I played it, I'd play it once or twice and I'd be like, meh, and get bored. It is a strategy-type RPG where you're controlling these troops, you're micromanaging what they're doing. It's like, meh. Again, I don't know if that really is going to translate well into a stream. Okay?
Meh.
So there you go. Another game that came out today is called Disney Speedstorm. Interestingly enough, I think what Disney game devs have done is they've been looking at the landscape, and they've been looking at one of the biggest games of the last decade that has been sold, resold, expanded upon, and resold again.
Not another
and
Disney
made ridiculous
game, dude.
amounts of money. And that game is called Mario Kart. Mario Kart 8 in particular, correct?
Disney Mario Kart?
8 originally came out for the Wii U.
Disney Kart?
And they resold it for the Switch. Now they're currently in the midst of selling Season Pass DLCs with tons of new maps and content, and it's making a lot of money. So I think what
And
they
you don't
decided
like
to
that, do you, Phil?
Is they want to make a game
You don't
similar
like
to
that they're
Mario
making
Kart,
that money, do
but
you?
it has Disney properties and franchises in it. So the game released today called Disney Speedstorm. Now, it's early access. What that means is the only way you can play it is to buy it. You can't get it for free or anything yet, because the weird thing about it is it's a free-to-play game. Do you remember Disney Dreamlight Valley last year? It's the same. All it really does, all right? Oh,
What the
my
fuck-
internet dropped out and
the
came right back.
Fuck was that?
Just so you guys know. My internet dropped out and came right back. So I got a little bit of a blip in the lines there, guys. But we should be fine now. If you refresh,
Phil,
the stream should be okay.
I really think you
I
need
noticed
to
that you guys
invest
were talking about it. I
in a
looked over and I
VPN,
noticed it.
dude. Honestly.
It dropped out and came back. So apologies for that, guys. Don't know what happened there. Sorry about that. But I should be back now.
Get a VPN, Phil.
It just went boop, boop, just like that. Okay. Ready to continue?
Phil doesn't know what that is, dude.
Yes, I'm back. Okay. So, the game has 3 versions. A standard edition for $30. A deluxe founders pack for $50. And get this, an ultimate founders pack for $70. All right? What do they come with? Well, more skins, more cars, basically. It's essentially the Mario Kart formula. You're going to start off with a base amount of cars and tracks, and there's online multiplayer. That's essentially the core aspect of the game is the online multiplayer, okay? And then if you spend more money, you unlock more. If you spend more money, you unlock more. Eventually what's going to happen is the game's going to be free to play, but it's going to have microtransactions, okay, when it does come out fully. Now, when does it come out fully? Don't know. Doesn't actually have a release date. Much like Disney Dreamlight Valley. Are you guys aware? Disney Dreamlight Valley has almost been out for a year now, only in early access, and it's still not out fully. You can't just get it and play it yet. You either have to have Game Pass or buy the game. So, how does it look? Well, I watched the big promotional trailer this morning, and I'll be honest, it doesn't look very good. It doesn't. It looks like the game is 1,000,000% trying to bite off Mario Kart. I mean, is it interesting that there's Disney properties in it? Yeah, but just simply taking a Disney humanoid character, slapping a race suit on them, and tossing them in a car, it's not interesting. It's just not.
Well, simply rolling out of bed, walking to your dank office, and begging for tips, that's not interesting either. That's not interesting at all, dude.
I don't really think this game is going to have much traction. Unlike Disney Dreamlight Valley, which is much like an Animal Crossing game. And those games can have legs because the more you play them, the more addicting they get. I don't really foresee this one having that kind of appeal. I could be completely wrong. But taking a look at it, I'm like, this is something you would play on a weekend for a couple days. And once you see all the tracks and you've played with certain characters, you're like, are you really going to play? Do you really want to do a hardcore Donald Duck racing aficionado and master all the circuits with Goofy? You know what I mean? Like, I don't see that happening. Maybe when it goes free to play, if it comes out in the summertime when there's nothing else going on, a lot of people will play it. A lot of these games get popularity when these games come out during a dead time of year and it's a free to play game. But from what I'm seeing, it just doesn't look great. Now, I was actually even offered by a viewer. I was offered the game. Like someone said, "Hey, I will buy it for you. I'll spend $30 and buy it, and then you can play it in your streams for variety."
Phil, you have to realize that anything you need, all you have to do is ask. If you ask your chat for anything, they will get it for you. You know this by now, Phil. You know this, Phil. They buy you everything.
And I'm going to be honest.
And they offered to... I don't know why I'm always going back to Bassmaster, but... Like, they even offered to get that. Because he was complaining. He was like, oh, it's $30. I don't know, it's so popular. Everybody loves it. I make so much money, but I'm tired of it, so I don't want to play it. And people were like, we'll buy you the game, Phil. And he's like, no, it's too expensive.
I don't think I'm even going to take them up on that. I think I'd rather say I don't think the game deserves $30 at this point. It doesn't.
What the
like a
fuck?
finished game.
Oh my!
It looks like an early, an early take on a Mario Kart kind of spin-off, rip-off game, spin-off, rip-off, whatever you want to call it. Maybe I'm wrong again. Maybe this game will have some things to differentiate it, and it'll end up being a good game in its own right. But I'm just not really seeing it, So maybe in the summer or the fall, this will come out free to play, and then a lot of people will jump on it. And if that's the case, maybe then I would try it because it's free. But I just don't, in my good conscience, I wouldn't even accept $30 from someone to buy that game and play it at this point. I just don't think it deserves it. So I'm not gonna waste someone else's money to play a couple streams of it and then be like, meh. So I will wait. When it does come out for free, I will probably try it then.
Phil is a righteous dude, man. So righteous.
But I am not going to be playing it now. I'm going to skip it. All right? So, Minecraft Legends, it's a skip. Disney Speed Run, it's a skip. All right? But what about the other big game coming Friday? The 21st of April.
Oh, you
is
dropped
the release.
again. Phil,
Finally.
you dropped
after
out
like
again.
10 years. Yes. 10 years in development hell. Dead Island 2 is coming out this Friday. And we've all been waiting to hear... Oh, there goes my internet again. Hold on a second. Hold on. It's coming back now. It's coming back. Sorry, guys. The internet seems to have a little bit of fluctuation today. And I apologize for that, obviously. I don't know what's causing it. It's nothing on my end, like nothing going wrong with my PC. It looks like it's definitely the internet having a little bit of noise. Hopefully it settles out. So my apologies that that's happening. Okay. Yeah, I hope it's not this bad all day. Obviously,
Are you talking to me right now?
We don't have a situation here where...
Are you talking to me?
The internet keeps fluctuating. It's not a DDoS attack. No, it's not. If it were a DDoS attack, I'd completely lose my internet connection, which is not happening.
Yeah. Phil would be completely gone. Phil would be completely gone right now if that was the case. Phil would be completely down.
Okay.
It's just his
you guys can
business.
still see
It's
me
his
and hear me,
business
right?
class
Everything's good?
internet.
It's settled
Dude.
again.
It's
I just want to be
just
sure before I
garbage
continue,
internet.
you guys, you were good. For those watching on demand, you guys are never affected by this stuff. It's only the live viewers. We're all good. People are saying we're all good. Good. Okay. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, hit me up on Discord.
Dead
dog.
Island 2.
We've
been waiting fervently for additional information about this game after a 10-year development cycle and a lot of if, ands, or buts about if the game would even ever come out. So it's finally out, all right, this coming Friday. And as of today, the embargo was lifted. People have started posting gameplay of it all over the internet, and people have started posting their reviews. Ladies and gentlemen, Dead Island 2 is essentially exactly as I said it would be. It's literally to a T what I said it would be. It is an incredible grind fest. The game is not based on an interesting story. The game does not really have many unique elements whatsoever. Essentially what they've done is they created an open world, kill a ton of zombies game, and the combat apparently is interesting to the point where as you play it, you unlock new abilities and new ways to kill the zombies. But that's the game. And most of the reviews, what they're saying is, if you enjoy games that have this irreverent humor and over-the-top gore, you will like Dead Island 2. But if you're expecting anything groundbreaking, including an intelligent story, a reason to play outside of the repetitive and addictive nature of just killing zombies, there's nothing here. This is not a game that innovates. This is not a game that does anything different from anything else. They even said that. It really doesn't do much different at all. If you've been here, done that. The only difference is it does it better. So take Dead Island 1's formula and improve it slightly so that the gameplay is more addictive or whatever.
Take Dead out. Dead Island 1 is garbage. Literally the worst zombie game I've ever played. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, give me a worse zombie game than Dead Island.
But what they're basically saying is if you don't like the irreverent humor that you've seen in all the trailers and everything up to now, you're not going to like the game. That's like the one thing about it they're trying to do. And if you don't just enjoy that style of humor, you're not going to like the game. It's too repetitive
There's
and
no
boring.
humor.
Most reviewers are essentially saying it's around a 7 out of 10. It's not horrible. It's playable. The combat can get interesting and more interesting the more you play. But since there's really not much of a story, since there's really no replayability after you've beaten it, it's essentially kind of, you go through it once, you kill 5 billion zombies, you're at the end, done, game over. And after you're done, you never remember it. You just played through it, you survived, good for you, move on. So, here's the thing. If this were a situation where absolutely nothing was going on in gaming right now, and I had nothing to play, and there was no new games coming out next week, and there was really nothing on the horizon, I'd be like, you know what? Maybe this will be an interesting 20-hour run. Maybe I'll get it, and we'll play it, because think about it. If my streams are 3 hours each, you figure 8, 9 streams tops, so maybe 2-3 weeks to play this game. And yes, maybe we get repetitive, but maybe making those streams interactive and fun with the audience, having conversation or whatever, could have made it a lot better or more interesting. Admittedly, I don't really think that killing zombies over and over and over with literally nothing else to do in the game is going to be very interesting. But for me, you just listen to what people are saying about it. It's like, that's exactly what I figured it was going to be. Like, what did you think Dead Island 2 was going to be? Something groundbreaking or innovative? Do you really think that a lot of effort went into something like a story? Or they don't care. They just, it's an island. There's 5 zillion zombies. You go through, you kill them all, you loot. You go through, you kill them all, you loot. That's what Dead Island 1 was. The difference was Dead Island 1 was innovative because it was a really awesome co-op game. And it really was almost one of those innovating games where people realized if you jump online with a group of 3 or 4 friends and you go through this environment, it's very fun. The camaraderie, helping each other, tossing items to each other, doing co-op, combat and stuff. That was neat. Even though the game was buggy as dirt at launch when I played it, Dead Island 1 was a really good experience because I played it with friends. This game, again, seems like it would only be fun if you're teaming up with a bunch of friends. Outside of that, there's nothing to it. And the fact that this game is coming out over 10 years after the original, and there is no innovation whatsoever. It's literally the same game with some refined graphics and combat. What the heck? If you're looking for a time killer game to mess around with your buds, go for it. But outside of that, this is not anything that someone like me would be interested in. First of all, as you guys know, I don't do co-op playthroughs anymore.
Right. You don't have any friends. You don't know a single person. You don't have a single person to play a single game with. And you also don't listen to music. All normal shit.
Those things are things. The last one I did was 2014? I think, okay, I take that back. I think I played Destiny 2. So that was 2016? I don't do that content at all anymore. It's a thing of the past. I'm a solo player. So what excitement and what kind of entertainment factor are we going to get out of me buying this game and then just repetitively killing zombies for 3 hours every time? And
Friends are a thing of the past, brother.
It's going to be, I hate to say it, sounds to me like it would actually be worse than Dying Light 2. Because we were talking about how last year, Dying Light 2 was the situation where on paper it looked good, everyone bought it, played it for a week or two, and realized it wasn't that good, it was too repetitive and kind of boring, and then immediately everyone dropped it and played better games when they came out. I almost feel like this game, I wouldn't even get a week. Seriously, I'd play it for 2-3 streams, tops. And then, Star Wars will come out, Redfall will come out, all the games in May every week, and no one's going to care about this game ever again.
Yeah, they're not going to care about it, so they're not going to tip. That's why you're not going to play it.
Again. Same with that happened with Dead Island, or Dying Light 2. It's the same exact situation. So, and again, would anyone even be talking about this game if there were other games coming out right now? Do you think that if Star Wars Jedi Survivor were coming out this Friday along with Dead Island 2, that anyone would mention Dead Island 2? But we've got a week to wait. And that's why people are talking about that, you see? So, my take is, it's a skip. It sounds like shit. It sounds just like I thought it was going to be. And again, not even the game company, even the games media that tend to overrate and overhype certain games are saying this game is a 7. So, I mean, if that's a case in point, the game is boring then. Even they're not going to kiss the game's butt, and they usually do. So, for me, I think it's going to be a skip. I think it's a waste of time. Again, it would be like one stream people care, and outside of that, no one cares. And why'd I bother buying it? Right? So, essentially, here's
Righto,
what I'm
Phil.
thinking. Let's go through the schedule if we're skipping all this stuff. Thursday, Elden Ring for 2 hours, then Street Fighter 6 presentation. Thursday night, the premiere of Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. Friday, the conclusion of Silent Hill 4 and Oblivion. Saturday, DSP versus the Internet, the Clips React show, that is, and Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. Sunday, Elden Ring and Oblivion. Now, that also leaves Monday and Tuesday open, okay? We could literally play Elden Ring every day. I'd probably be okay with that. But if you guys want to break it up and do something different one of those days, and you have ideas of what you want to do, let me know. We could have a one-off random daytime stream that's different to break it up. But I'm also down with just playing Elden Ring every day and making great progress in the game. It's really up to you guys, all right? And then the night streams are going to alternate between Oblivion and Final Fantasy. Now, the week after, Thursday, we got that Benedict Fox game. Friday, we got Star Wars. And once those are out, we're good. Between Elden Ring and those games, we have games now heading into May. And in May, there's all these new games and everything coming out. So we're good. So in reality, it doesn't even really seem like I would have had time to play another game anyway. Even if I had gotten Dead Island 2, I probably would have played it 2-3 times tops. And the next thing you know, Jedi Survivor's out. And then we would have ended up having way too many games. So I think it's actually a blessing in disguise that Dead Island 2 is not that good. Because it's a very much a skip that's not going to be missed by anyone. And we're going to be able to focus in on the games people really want to see, i.e. Elden Ring and then Jedi Survivor, and not have to worry about, oh, now we have to cram in other games because I started playing them. You see? Andy Young says, maybe try Minecraft Legends because it's on Game Pass. Yeah, but I saw what it is and it doesn't look good. It's a strategy-based RPG. People don't like strategy RPGs on streams like this. I'm telling you, that's more, okay, you play it for yourself, you're micromanaging, you're controlling these troops or
completely
whatever.
false.
It doesn't seem like it's anything interesting. So what
That's
I mean,
a
like,
huge
there are all these
genre,
games that are coming
dude.
out. Did you actually look at the games? They're just not that good. It seems like the games industry is getting flooded with games that are just kind of nothing. It's not like it used to be. Back in the day, it used to be like every month there's 2-3 giant heavy hitter AAA exciting games. And now it's like all these games come out and they're just kind of, they're blasé. They're things you've already played. Dead Island 2, you've already played. Minecraft Legends, well, it's similar to a formula you've already played, but it's set in the Minecraft world, right? Disney Speedstorm, it's just freaking Mario Kart. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just nothing going on in games right now. It's not an exciting time. We need innovation. We need better stuff. The best games that have come out this year were remakes. Dead Space remake, Resident Evil 4 remake.
I just got to say this real quick. This guy just said we need innovation. The guy who didn't update OBS for 8 years. The guy whose CPU nearly melted when he streamed Bassmaster. He needs innovation. Okay, Phil. Continue on, buddy.
Where's the innovation? Where's the new hot games?
Where's the innovation, man?
We're not getting it.
Where is it? We're not
That's
getting.
bad.
We're not getting any.
All right?
It's bad.
Maybe
it's
Jedi
bad.
Survivor will be our savior. Maybe in May, because we've got a good amount of games coming out in May. Maybe Street Fighter 6 in June, Diablo 4 in June. Maybe that's going to be the saving grace for us. Because right now, yeah, admittedly, it's not a good time for these games.
These innovations.
They're just not that good. Well, Phil skips all the games. Yeah, but did you look at them? They're not good. It's not like I'm skipping giant 10 out of 10 AAA releases. They don't exist anymore.
60
it's
FPS.
Always a game that's something in a genre we've already played. It's just a
FPS.
rehash. It's just a redo. It's it's repetitive. It's boring. It's not innovative. It's I'm not missing out on significant gameplay experiences by skipping these games. They're just not good. We do. I feel like we need a reinvigoration of the gaming industry. Maybe it's become too much about pumping out a game that you feel people will be addicted on, and either will go viral, and so everyone buys it and makes money on it by streaming it. So I made $1 million even though it's an indie game because some big streamer played it, right? Or maybe there's too much of a focus on other games as a service and microtransactions and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, whatever happened to just making some good games? Where are they? I'm missing them. This year there have been very few. Very few.
Dude, you're playing Elden Ring right now. Is he serious?
And I'm upset. This week, they're looking, wow, there's going to be new games. No, actually, there's not. The new games suck. They're just shit you've already played. So why the hell, what is going on in the industry right now, right?
I'm speechless, dude. I don't know.
So, I don't think I'm doing Dead Island 2 unless you guys can convince me otherwise. It just doesn't look very good of a game, and it seems all the reviewers agree. Disney Speedstorm, no. I'm not paying $30, nor am I accepting money to play it. Minecraft Legends is a Game Pass game. If you wanted to see me do a one-off stream of it and give it a shot, maybe I would. But it just doesn't seem that interesting to me, and I don't necessarily think a strategy-based RPG would even work as a streamer game either. You know what I'm saying?
So you're telling me no one has success streaming strategy RPGs ever? Nobody can stream them. It's just some dumb shit, dude.
So there you go. All right. So this week, it looks like there's going to be a good amount of Elden Ring, The Hill 3. Oh, by the way, my internet just dropped out again. And now it's coming back.
Have a nice trip.
It's not a DDoS.
It's
definitely not a DDoS. Let me type this. Internet dropped again, but is already back.
Kid can't even read.
So just refresh or be patient. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. It's dropping and immediately coming back. That's not a DDoS. A DDoS is when they're attacking you with so many packets of data, all right, that you just get knocked right off the internet and your whole modem and everything has to like reconnect and everything. I know, I've been through DDoSes before. This is not a DDoS. This just seems like there is some bad noise in the lines today. And so it is randomly kicking me off and I get right back. You know what I mean? Like, it just affects it for a second, then it comes right back. You know?
I'm surprised that a person who has had problems with DDoSing doesn't have VPN. It's weird.
No. So
I know Phil doesn't have VPN because he would complain about having.
I've been playing it. I can just talk about Minecraft Legends.
He would complain about having to pay his VPN bill, but he doesn't. So, pretty sure he doesn't have one.
It's barely strategy. You make mobs, they attack on their own if you don't want to control them, but they can attack on their own. Yeah, but how does that sound fun? Listen.
It's literally not,
see
dude.
Minecraft Legends
so
as a
easy
one-off
now.
stream, I'd be down for that. Really, I would. If people just wanted to try it once as an experiment, just to see what it is, but I'm not seeing greatness coming from it. It doesn't seem like there's any agreement that people even want to see it. And on top of that, we don't have time for a full playthrough of it. We don't. We're not going to have time. So, it's up to you. Yeah. We'll see. Anyway. So there you go, folks. That's what's going on right now in gaming. Not too much. The only other news story is that is confirmed and official. Sega is buying, what's the name of the company? Rovio, which is the mobile game developer that owns and runs Angry Birds. So yes, Angry Birds are now going to be owned by Sega. It's a $700-something million deal. Yeah. So there you go. I don't know what they're going to do with it. Do you think that this means they're going to start making mobile games of Sonic and other stuff? Or, I don't know. I'm not sure why.
Hold on, I have a...
company.
Fuck, I need to get my sound bites in order, dude. Hold up.
Would be, what is the intention behind them buying the company? You know, if it's, oh, we have an idea. We want to actually start a whole new mobile games division based on Sonic and other games, right? Then that would be interesting. But I don't necessarily know if that's the case. They haven't really announced their intentions. Just that they're buying this company. But it's kind of like Angry Birds is kind of dead, right? Angry Birds was very, very popular over a decade ago as a mobile game. Then they had 2 movies that were actually pretty popular. And then since then, no one really cares, right? Like, we used to go to the store, and you would see Angry Birds merch. I remember seeing, like, Angry Birds stuffed animals, Angry Birds toys and things. It was actually quite a popular thing. And then it just kind of died out. Yeah. So, Lanuli said he found a news story. It says, Sega is saying they bought them because they want to expand their mobile games division. Rovio says they're excited to be bought by Sega because they want to expand into console and PC.
There it is. I got it.
Being
I got
honest
it.
here, I don't really know if I see a giant benefit from this company. All right. I don't know. All right. Well, anyway, that's really the only news story for today. So what I'll do now, let's do some shout outs and update the leaderboards.
I barely got to use my Sega.
Some time for Q&A.
Sega clip.
All right, let's get started here. Our first YouTube side contribution of the day today is from B-Boy Cyclone, who re-upped his membership for 23 months and says, Phil, I beg you, please release the Final Fantasy 13 playthrough. Well, I don't know what your hurry is. We only found those hard drives in January. It's only mid-April. What are you talking about? Oh, my God. Yeah, it's funny how...
Please burn those hard drives, dude. Nobody wants to see any 10-year-old gameplay that was literally recorded on a fucking camcorder pointed at like a tube TV. He seriously thinks this is like shit that actually needs to be saved. It's disgusting.
Time gets ahead of us, right? I mean, seriously. Time gets ahead of us. I mean, it seems like yesterday we had that stream where I went in there, we found the hard drives, we plugged them in, we found the playthroughs, and we were talking about this in January about how should I go about doing it. Should I upload it slowly? Should I upload it in droves? Should I upload it only on days off? How should we do it? And then we just stopped talking about it and kind of forgot about it. And then I just never even uploaded any of them. So now that playthrough is still in limbo. I mean, I have it. I can upload it literally whenever I want, which is a good thing. But, yeah.
He hasn't looked at him. He's not going to look at him for another 5 years.
Will we talk about it further? See, the problem I'm going to have with it is
there's no way
it's 10-minute parts. Those videos are from back when YouTube would not accept gameplay videos longer than 10 minutes. So to upload the playthrough, let's say, for example, okay, I'm going to upload a bunch of videos.
Here we go. He's going to go through, what do? Do I upload 10-minute segments? Do I upload 30-minute parts? But if I upload, even if I upload hour segments, it's going to take 500 videos to post all the...
Let's say I upload 30 videos. 30 on my day off. Okay?
30?
Well, 30 videos.
In one day?
FYI.
That's not a good idea.
Is 5 hours. So that's 5 hours of gameplay that I would release on my day off.
What's up, KB?
Okay, great. Guess how long the playthrough is? 40 some hours. So even if I released 5 hours of footage weekly on my day off and flooded this channel with 30 plus gameplay videos on my day off, it'd still take me 2 months to upload the playthrough. Whatever we want. And no, I don't have the time nor the means to sit around editing 40 hours of gameplay footage into longer videos. That's not going to work. The videos are huge because this is the old recording style from a camera. So those video files are exorbitantly large each. And to sit there editing them would take hours. I'm not even kidding. Let's say I wanted to take 6 videos and put it into an hour long. It would take me like 5 hours to edit that. One video. So we're not doing that. And herein lies the exact same problem and challenges that we were having back in January. No one can agree on what they want. Do you want to see me flood my channel with 30 videos a week of Final Fantasy 13?
It doesn't matter to me.
You probably would not enjoy if that was
I don't go on there.
Now, I could upload it and say, oh, don't notify people in their sub feed this video is uploading. But then realistically, how many people are going to watch it if they don't know that it went live? So then why upload it? Do you see the point? There doesn't seem to be an easy fix kind of solution for this conundrum that we're in.
Here, I'll give you a solution right now. Just make a new channel called DSP's Dumpster and upload every video all at once to that channel. And then, after that, just delete the whole channel.
It seems like there has to be a concession somewhere, right? and I don't know where it's going to be. The last thing I want to do is upload the Final Fantasy 13 playthrough to this channel, and then I lose a bunch of momentum. I'll give you some perspective here. Okay? DSP Gaming this year is doing decently. We are up, you know, if you remember, we hit 200,000 subscribers around September, October. This year already, we've gained over 3,000 new subscribers to the channel.
Say word.
We're at 203,291 subs this morning.
Say word.
And climbing. Okay?
Climbing.
It's growing. Even though a lot of people think the channel is stagnant, it actually is growing. And what it is when a new release comes out that people really want to see, then we get attendance. For example, when I just played Resident Evil 4 Remake, dude, did you see the playthrough? The views are absolutely great. And the streams did really well. That playthrough was outstanding. People come to this channel for new games. But when there's no good new games coming out, the channel slows down and gets stagnant. And there's nothing you can do about that. That's the nature of a gameplay channel. That's why I'm trying to diversify myself and not just rely on gameplay. Why do you think I have a whole React channel now? Okay? I'm a gamer. So, if I upload all these videos, there's potential that I'm going to piss off all these people that have now been coming to the channel and are just waiting in the rings for the next new release. I don't want to lose 2,000 subscribers because I uploaded Final Fantasy 13. And realistically, how many people are going to watch the Final Fantasy 13 playthrough? A couple hundred? So do I want to risk losing all this growth?
What's 2,000 subs to 200K, man? That's a drop in the bucket for a huge, prolific content creator. Shouldn't even be worried about that.
That I've been getting on the channel that's slow going. This is not, overnight viral success. This is me tooth and nail earning every subscriber and every view in my content. Do I want to throw that?
Clawing, tearing, gathering subscribers like they're fucking truffles in the forest. So what? Dude, I don't know.
All away for the sake of uploading a legacy playthrough that maybe a couple hundred people are going to watch, right? So I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I didn't even put that. I didn't even put that together. You know, that just came into my head. But yeah, pigs, they seek out the truffles, just like subscribers.
I don't know what to do. There's no solution, and we talked.
There's
just
nothing
like
you
this,
could do.
in January, and no one could come up with a real
There's
solution.
nothing you could do, dude.
And then I never uploaded anything, and now we're back to square one. You know.
We never left square one.
I guess we'll talk about it in the soon, but I don't know. At this point,
we never left level one, Phil.
Okay. Marbles in the mouth. YT Lamps Gaming did a $2 super chat. First super chat of the day. Says, "What's up, Phil? I am back to watch your new Elden Ring run. Excellent. I'm glad to have you back to the channel, YT Lamps Gaming. This second run has been very, very interesting. Very, very different from my original run of the game. The whole vibe is different because, unlike me having to explore and discover things for the first time, I know where the vast majority of stuff is, and people are just helping me to guide me into the way that I can get the more important stuff for this build that I'm doing. It's streamlined. We're not doing every piece of side content. We haven't even been into an optional dungeon yet, which I don't want to really do unless I have to. It's been good. It's been a good run, in my opinion. So I hope that, again, everyone is enjoying the playthrough. I'm excited to jump back in today. It's good to have you back, YT Lamps Gaming. Okay, I have received a $2 tip. It is our first tip of the day. From Dan M. He says, "I gotta head off to work, but I hope you have a good stream." Thank you very, very much, Dan M. I appreciate that, and thank you for the first tip of the day.
What's everybody doing today? Working? I gotta find a job, man.
Thank you very much, Dan.
I gotta find a new job.
M. Very good.
I got laid off like
A Cute Fox says, "When will you do a Game Pass
4 months
exploration
ago,
stream?"
three or four months
Game Pass
ago.
exploration streams are for late night chill streams when we have open
working
schedules.
Dope.
And we're looking to fill some time. Right now, we don't really have that. We're going to have Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, and we're going to have Oblivion. And people are, that's going to be our late night stuff. So, really, in reality, we don't have really time to fill. You know what I mean? Even if we went and we found 2 or 3 games that we like, we're not going to play them now anyway. So maybe there's no point in doing that right now. I don't know. Pickle Man.
Making it work.
How you doing? Pickle Man's here. He says, what's our question for today? Okay. What is your favorite season? Let's ask Pickle Man, what's your favorite season? Okay.
Fuck is up
Andy
with this
says
Pickle
you could
Man?
make a third channel called DSP Archives or DSP Legacy and upload them all at once. I mean, I could do that, but now you're talking about...
That was my idea, DSP's
setting up a whole new
dumpster.
channel, getting you art for it, trying to get it partnered with YouTube.
Bro, it's like...
under AdSense, and doing, on a whole other rigmarole.
It's a lot of industries right now, dude.
Maybe that is that the solution?
A lot of industries are just...
Because what playthroughs do I have? I've got Final Fantasy 13, I got Red Dead Redemption, and I've got a bunch of those Suicide Kings runs, the raw runs. And all that content can be uploaded to that archive channel. But outside of that channel, what other archives do you guys realistically want to see?
They do so much work for him, dude.
We do have some.
They do everything.
But it's only like
all his
hours.
content,
There's not that much of it. If you remember, there was some things there that I marked down. I actually wrote them on each hard drive, what was there that basically was missing from...
Which is exactly why he's having problems now. Why he has problems from time to time with stolen shit that is random dents steal for his content.
Channels that we could re-upload. So there is content. I could actually upload some of that content. But do people want another channel for that? A whole other channel? I don't know. I wouldn't be totally against it.
That's your only option,
we're gonna
dude.
do that,
you have no other
that
option
we should do that at a
for this
time
garbage gameplay.
when, like, for example, summer downtime.
This is literally the worst of the worst gameplay. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. It's a camera pointed at a screen. It's old. It's bad. The commentary is awful. Honestly, personally, I want him to upload it because he's not going to vet the content, right? This is old shit. We all know what types of shit the DSP used to say. And this is as old as it gets, some of it. So, I really hope that DSP vets all of the old content thoroughly. Because he doesn't want to upload anything offensive or anything that could, make him look bad or whatever,
Because during summer downtime, it would be a lot easier to do it. Let's think about it. Is that what you really want?
It should be a treasure trove. It should be a delightful treasure trove.
Where I upload my old playthroughs that are lost to time or for whatever reason? No, Pickle Man, not seasoning. Your favorite season. Your season of the year. Like spring, summer, fall, or winter. Not season.
Phil is literally his worst enemy,
I like
dude.
Too, but that's not what I meant.
Every problem he has, it's literally like a direct result of something that he did, personally.
Jade says, Sup, thank you for WC on DSP Reacts. What do you mean by WC, Jade?
But did nothing wrong. Ever.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, but you're welcome. Whatever it is. Pickleman says summer. He likes it warm. Cool. There you go. Could I put it on Darkside Phil or KO Gaming? I'm not putting anything. A Darkside Phil is 100% an archive. That I'm literally never touching that channel. I'm just going to leave it as is. It's an archive of my past. I really don't want to mess with Darkside Phil. Because imagine if I put something there and something happens. Now I lose all my old shit. So I'm not messing with Darkside Phil at all. I'm leaving it as is. Okay? As for... Hold on. For KO Gaming... I mean, the thing is with KO Gaming, again, it's kind of like a year of my life where I was doing edited content. Do I now want to take that channel and change it completely 6-7 years later into an archive channel of gameplay? I'd have to rename it. I don't think it should be called KO Gaming then, right? I guess realistically, if I were going to do it, I guess I could do it with KO Gaming. What I would have to do is rename the channel, rebrand the channel, and maybe that's where I would upload it. Rather than start a whole new channel, maybe that's what I would do. I'd have to double check because I'm almost positive KO Gaming is still partnered and everything, and I should be able to make money on it. I'd have to double check that.
Thank God. Thank God for that.
All right, we'll think about it. We'll think about it. You guys, that's an interesting suggestion. Don't upload it to this channel because that might sacrifice all the work I've done on this channel and lose subscribers and viewers. But instead, upload it over to KO Gaming, where the channel's been defunct for years, and I could probably more easily get it going with partnership and ads. I did the part; it's already partnered. I'm almost positive it's already partnered or ready to go. That I did that years ago. I just don't upload to it, so it just sits there. All right, fair enough. And I could rebrand the channel. I could take KO Gaming and kind of rebrand it and call it like DSP's Archives, Phil's Classic Playthroughs Lost to Time, right? And we could do Final Fantasy 13. We could do Red Dead Redemption. Maybe a few other things that are lost. Okay. Felix Domain says, I have a solution to your problem. Upload all the videos to a private playlist. Once you do, then make them public. But again, Felix, the point I'm making then is that no one's going to know they're live. No one notices private playlists. You want to know how I know that? I tried that once. Many years ago, I did a Halloween special. An entire playthrough of Fahrenheit. Remember that game? Or Indigo Prophecy is actually the American name for it. And I did the entire playthrough and I uploaded it to a private playlist and everything. And guess what happened? When it went live, everyone's like, what are you talking about? Where's the playthrough? I was like, it's live, go watch it. Where? I don't get it. I was like, it's there. Are you subscribed? Yeah, we don't see it. That playthrough did horribly because people couldn't find it. People only look for uploads in that one section of new uploads. You see what I'm saying? When things are privatized and then made like public, you don't really see them for whatever reason. A Fart That Smells did a super chat. So do you think Hogwarts Legacy is fun to get into if you're not familiar with the Harry Potter series? Well, my wife was not familiar with the Harry Potter series, played the game, and it's one of her favorite games in the past few years. So I would say yes. Absolutely yes. The answer is yes. A Fart That Smells. I actually have to put your name up on the leaderboard. Yes. What a great name. Oh, I'm so sorry. I capitalized the H in your name accidentally. Let me fix that. Oh, White Castle. No problem, Jade. That's what you were talking about. Okay, got it. That's what WC stood for. Oh, man. Linoleum says, I saw the Mario movie today and it was decent. Interesting. Ugh. I'm just kidding. I could do a private playlist thing and make one video saying it's live. How would I, what? How would I do that? Linked to the playlist? I don't know. I don't know if we'll have to talk about this. Like I said, if anything, maybe you're right. Maybe putting it onto a new channel would make sense. Like taking KO Gaming and changing it to DSP Archive or something like, you know what I'm saying? Like DSP Classics. Lost DSP lore. I don't know. We'll have to think about it. Maybe we'll do that later this year. I'll think about it. I received a $5 tip. No name attached to it. And it says, Inshallah, my brother. I don't know what that means. But thank you for the $5 tip, anonymous tipper. I literally have no idea what you're talking about. But thank you very much. There you go.
Phil doesn't put so many names up on the leaderboard, but of course, A Fart That Smells. He really likes that name.
I appreciate the contribution and the support. And that will get us up to $7 in tips today. Thank you very much. Okay. Will I review Andor on DSP Reacts? Well, here's the thing. People seem to be saying, oh, Phil, the reason that your latest reviews you're doing on DSP Reacts aren't getting great views is because it's old stuff. Well, there's nothing new. Like, I have HBO Max right now. There's nothing really significant on there that anyone's asking me to review that's new. Some of the new stuff's like, what is this? I don't even know what it is. No one's talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, if there is new shows and new things coming out and you want to see me watch them and review them kind of live-ish, like I did with the Last of Us TV show, I'd be down for that. But please share with me what it is you'd like to see me review and where it is. As I told you guys, what's happening next month?
He's saving his phone
they're
and
going
the
to merge HBO Max into
shoe boxes full of cash that he has
Max.
in his closet.
So what I'm thinking of doing is getting rid of Hulu. Just get rid of Hulu. I'll have Max. My wife likes a lot of the stuff that's being added there, like the HGTV stuff and Food Network stuff. So she can watch that. I'll keep that as my one subscription service a month. And then maybe once I get rid of Hulu, I could get something to replace it, whether that be Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever. And then I could watch stuff from there. So, there you go. Sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning today. I have my coffee and everything. I have no idea why I'm yawning like this today. Weird.
Bro, you get no exercise. You get no circulation. You're tired. You get no nutrients.
Any chance of replaying Super Mario Kart and beating it? You mean SNES Super Mario Kart? I did beat it. But if you remember what we were doing was we were doing a challenge.
You know, you get an essential vitamin from the sun, Phil. You have to go out in the sun at least, like, for a few minutes every day.
Challenge run where we were going progressively harder difficulties all the way. That's what we didn't finish. But I beat everything. We saw all the tracks and everything. Have we talked about what video I'm going to react about with Internet Historian? What we did, I think what we'll do is next week we'll look at this because that'll be the build-up to it. But I think everyone's saying that Fallout 76 video is one of the best ones. So I'll probably do that. And what we'll probably do is one morning together we'll go over there. And I'll look at the videos. Maybe I'll look for the most popular. And we'll maybe do a poll. And people will vote over the course of a week. And maybe the top 2 voted will be the 2 we absolutely watch. And then if there's extra time, we can do more. It's probably what we'll do. But we'll probably do that next week. Because we're still a couple weeks away from that, right? Yeah, we're still about 12 days away from the event, so. What is Kat playing right now? Not much. She was playing the Assassin's Creed game. She got a big chunk through Odyssey and kind of got bored. She actually went back to Origins for a little bit to compare the two, but I don't think she's going to play that. She even started playing Jedi Fallen Order, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and she thought it was all right, but she's like, man, it plays like Dark Souls, and she doesn't really like Dark Souls that much. And I was like, yeah, it really does feel like a Star Wars version of Dark Souls, although admittedly it's not as hard as Dark Souls, but it's that style of game. So I don't know if she's going to continue on with that yet or not, so I really don't know if she's even actively playing anything right now. Yeah, she played Valhalla, and she basically felt the game was insanely long and too drawn out, and because of that, it kind of annoyed her. She was looking for a more streamlined game. Jade says he thinks that there will be new Street Fighter 6 characters in a trailer on Thursday night. Well, I don't know about that. And the reason I say that is they've revealed all the characters already. All the first, launch slew of characters have already been announced. And I feel like if they announce more characters that are DLC, that might actually piss people off. They're like, why are you advertising DLC before the game's out, right? So I don't know about that. Yes, I played Crazy Taxi. I actually played Crazy Taxi in arcades. Most people don't realize Crazy Taxi was originally an arcade game. And then it was ported to the Sega Dreamcast and other consoles after the fact. But I played the original in arcades.
Dreamcast. Ugh. God.
Okay, guys, we got about 10 minutes left. If anyone wants to tag me in the chat, do a little bit of extra Q&A to end the show before we jump into Elden Ring, that'd be sweet. Let me know what's on your mind. No, I never played the GBA version of Crazy Taxi. That does not sound good. Did I know Crazy Taxi patented an arrow showing you where to go? No. Pickle Man says, maybe watch a bunch of shorter Internet Historian videos rather than long ones. I don't even know. I haven't looked. I don't even know how long the videos are over there. I have no clue. I have to look at that. What kind of sauce do I love? Sauce. Are you talking about like marinara sauce? You mean marinara sauce? I prefer a more traditional marinara, but I like it to have a lot of robust tomato flavor, a lot of chunks of tomato in it. Or a spicy marinara is quite good. Anything that has a kick to it. Maybe some peppers, like arrabbiata peppers. I don't really like the ones that are cheesy or too creamy. A lot of these sauces, oh, we added in a bunch of cheese or milk, and now it looks like a cream sauce. Like, nah. I would, anything like that, a white sauce, like an Alfredo sauce, nah. I prefer a red sauce, for sure. I'm a red sauce guy.
Robust.
Last time I had lasagna, says Mishael, if you mean like went to a restaurant and ordered lasagna, I have no idea. Many years ago. If you mean like frozen lasagna, several months ago, I think Kat and I got a bigger one and we shared it for dinner. We did a frozen one, but I can't remember. That was many months ago. If you're talking homemade lasagna, I've never made it and Kat's never made it. My mother used to make homemade lasagna. It was really, really good. And the last time I had it was when they visited me in 2016 for the summer. So, 7 years ago. There you go.
Yeah, you put on Guantanamo. They just put on Phil Stream.
Big old man says Costco lasagna is really good that you can heat up.
After
I didn't look at it, but
after an hour, they're ready
Costco
to.
Does have a lot
they're
of
ready to
frozen
say
things
anything
that
you want.
that are quite good. Is Final Fantasy 12 possible before Final Fantasy 16? No.
Just make it
Final
fucking
Fantasy 16
stop,
in
dude.
June? Hold on. Final Fantasy 16 is June 22nd. No. There's no way I'm going to be able to play Final Fantasy 12 before then, right? We got Last Case of Benedict Fox that I'm checking out on the 27th. Don't know if I'm committing to it, but I'm going to check it out. Star Wars Jedi Survivor on April 28th. Redfall on May 2nd. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on the 12th. Amnesia the Bunker the 16th. The Gollum Lord of the Rings game on the 25th. System Shock Remake on the 30th. Street Fighter 6 on June 2nd. Diablo 4 on June 6th. Final Fantasy 16 on June 22nd. So once we get to Jedi Survivor, we've pretty much got non-stop new release exciting games for a couple of months there. That's going to be pretty good. We just got to get there. We got about a week and a half. That's what I mean. Like, these games coming out right now are so disappointing. They're not even like good filler. They're not. It's boring. Oh, really? Hobo X says the System Shock remake is PC only. Oh, come on. Fucker. Well, I guess I'm not doing that then. Son of a bitch. Bullshit.
Dude.
Do I prefer horror games in 3D or first person? I don't mind. Either one. It's fine.
20-year content creator doesn't have a fucking PC, dude. I cannot get over that.
I only buy games digital. I never buy games physical anymore. The only reason I would buy a game physical is because for some odd reason, it's cheaper. That's about it. No, I never played the original System Shock at all.
I can't comprehend it.
It's going to be a first-time experience for me playing this remake if it ever comes out for console.
I ask myself, what's the reason? Why
what kind of
is he
products do I
like
use
this,
for my hair?
dude?
Nothing. I put nothing in my hair. This hair is just water. I am 25%
What?
Italian
What?
ethnicity. It means that my hair is greasy as shit. It's pretty disgusting. If I took my hand and I just ran it through my hair, I would take it would be sopping with grease. It would be dripping all over the place. It's like handfuls of grease in my hair because I'm Italian. It's very disgusting. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but yeah, I don't put any hair product in my hair. I don't. When I first grew out my hair in 2010, 2011, I was using hair gel. And I would use hair gel and comb it back. And I had to stop using it because I started getting a really bad rash on my back of my neck and on the top of my ears. Because as I told you guys, I have ridiculously sensitive skin. My skin is so sensitive that anything can set it off with a rash or reaction. Sometimes I'll have a scrap. Oh, my face itches. I'll just go like this, and I'll get a welt on my skin on my face. Because my skin is so sensitive. It's so stupid. I hate having sensitive skin. I really, really do. It pisses me off. Also, because of the acne. I still get acne. I'm 41 years old, and I'm getting annoying acne. It's like, what the fuck is going on? But it's just the curse of having sensitive skin. It sucks. It's not a good thing. I would not wish it on anyone. It's very, very frustrating. So anyway, yeah. I don't put any hair product in my hair. I don't really need it. Water is usually good enough.
Water.
Do I burn in the sun? Hell yes, I do. If I go outside, I immediately vaporize like a vampire. All right, not that dramatic, but if I'm out in the sun for extended periods of time, yes, I will burn. On a normal day out, like I'm just a normal day with my wife and we're out and about, usually it's not a big deal. But if I'm out abnormally for longer or walking, like let's say, for example, right now I wanted to have a day in Seattle and I wanted to walk through the city, I have to get sunblock. Have to. I will burn if I'm outdoors, more than a few minutes at a time, basically. Did I ever sleep on a waterbed? No, but I've laid on them. Back in the day, in the 80s, they were all the rage. You can go to a department store and they sold waterbeds. So when I was a kid, I used to lay on them to know what they were like. And man, they were weird. They were definitely weird.
We used to have one. That shit.
But no, I never actually owned one or slept on.
It's kind of weird, yeah.
But I've seen them in stores selling them. Nope, never went to a live talk show. I've never been hunting before. No, never. I heard there's nothing wrong with waterbeds. A lot of people are under the impression that waterbeds are like outlawed or something. No, what ended up happening was I actually looked into this because I was watching a movie recently. What was it? The Conjuring movie? And there's a waterbed in that movie. And I was curious whatever happened to waterbeds.
When did he watch Conjuring?
So I did a little bit of online research, and essentially, waterbeds are fine. In fact, they've been proven they actually are pretty supportive
2 years
for your
ago?
back. The problem was waterbeds are insanely heavy. Like, because they're full of water, they weigh insanely amounts, so it's hard to move them around.
Not good support.
And you do have to treat the water. There's a little bit of something you have to do to the water, like a chemical or something you have to put into it from time to time. If you don't, the water can get stagnant and full of bacteria. So what was happening was people were not treating their beds properly, and the beds were springing leaks, and they couldn't move them around. Like, let's say, for example, you want to move your bedroom. Well, your bed weighs like 1,000 pounds. So how the fuck do you get it across your house? Right? So they weren't practical. They were luxury items. People liked them, but they just weren't very practical. So just because of the practicality of it, people said, well, instead of that, why not do technology that does the same kind of support for your back but doesn't weigh as much and isn't as annoying? So then they started inventing the better foam support and things like that we have today, the modern stuff. So, but waterbeds are still fine. There's nothing wrong with them.
No, there's a lot wrong with the waterbed, dude.
No, I've never fired a real gun. Excuse me.
Really? I would expect to have gone to, like a shooting range or something.
Average and Best says, if Edward Scissorhands taught us anything, it's that waterbeds are just ticking time bombs. Wow. Yeah, man. If ever you go to bed with a kitchen knife, you're in trouble if you're on a waterbed.
Thanks for ruining my thumbnail.
Yes. Wow.
Well, it was going to be between that and something else, but I went with the other one.
All right. Well, guys, I want to say thanks. It's been an interesting Level 1 podcast, to say the least. It's been entertaining, I would say. We had a good time. We talked. We discussed the new games coming out. Oh, we got another tip. Hold on. I received a $2 tip from an anonymous tipper. Ubisoft released a 60 frame per second update for Far Cry 5. Would you play it again on PS5? It was a great game. What did you think of it? Overall, I thought the gameplay elements were sound. All right. I thought the story was okay, but I really felt like it really was kind of a repetitive grind. It didn't really innovate. I really feel like Far Cry 3, 4, and 5 are almost exactly the same game. Far Cry 6 did innovate a bit. They actually changed up some stuff in the game that made it feel fresh and different, which was nice. And I do think Far Cry 6 is the best one since 3. But 5 was just okay for me. So I don't think I would want to go back and replay it. I Am No One says, thank you for all the great gaming that you give to us. You're welcome. All right, guys. Time to wrap up the podcast. Thanks so very much for chilling here with me. I really appreciate that. I hope that you've enjoyed the show. And as we wrap up here, I would just like to remind everyone that it is allergy season, so get some Benadryl.
All right, I'm just going to play some of these shorts real quick, and then I'm going to end the stream.
Because you're not going to sit here and derail the stream with your negativity. No one wants to hear your nonsense. And I'm tired of it. So next one I see, you're out of here, and I'll just continue to ban everyone. Okay. Bullshit. Fuck this. Fuck this nonsense game. That is complete nonsense. All my attacks do nothing, but I'm swimming up a tower. Oh, you just keep getting shot. There's no one there. He's over there on the other side of the map. How the fuck is he shooting me off the tower when I'm on this side of the tower? Yeah, fuck Nintendo and their shit netcode. What a waste of time. After all those fights, oh, you don't get your fifth win now because Nintendo's netcode is complete trash, and fuck you. Well, no, fuck you, Nintendo, really. I feel like I wasted an hour. I do. I feel like I just wasted an hour of time trying to get my wins. Now I don't get them. What a bunch of fuck faces.
Last chance, guys.
Last chance for a last dance.
Last chance to contribute.
Yaya says, what would be a good last question? A good last question would be, how are you enjoying my $10,000 tip that I just sent you?
What?
There you go. That would be a stupendous last question for the podcast.
What?
I would really enjoy that question, answering.
What the
anyway,
fuck?
I'm just kidding. I'm being stupid.
Are you kidding, Phil?
A guy give me a super chat saying, you hear Derek has been shadow banned on Twitter for no reason. No, I don't know what you're talking about, nor do I don't care. I don't care about, I don't care about people who watch my content getting banned on Twitter. By the way, why the fuck do you care? And why are you such a dumb fuck stalker? Right? Why do you fucking stalk other people on the fucking internet, you piece of shit loser? Get a fucking life and leave people alone, moron. Jesus fucking Christ, you idiot. You no-life, limp dick, moronic, mouth-drooling loser.
Oh, it fills my soul. Okay. Oh, I need a refresher. Thank God I have these. I needed it.
The fourth documentary idea I have, there is a follow-up documentary on Wings of Redemption that June the King did. Okay? Essentially what it does, it takes the time frame from when that last documentary that we watched ended over on Frederick Knutson's channel, and it continues on the last couple of years. So it's like it's a complete continuation, because you know that last one ended on like a cliffhanger, right? It was like, gee, did the stomach surgery work? Will Wings of Redemption keep the weight off? How did this affect his life and his channel? Did he continue to be successful, or what else happened, right? So, yeah, there you go. The Snorlax King has tipped me $1.50. He says, here's to a good stream of Call of Duty today. I'm ready for multiplayer gameplay. I just want to say, I love trolls making memes of me on Twitter because I dared to support you last night during Disney Valley. I find it hilarious. I'm not mad. You have to understand, Snorlax King, they do it to everyone. Like, literally every single person who supports my streams gets harassed by these idiots. The best way to go about it is block them everywhere and ignore their existence. Because all they want is a rise out of you. That's literally why they do it. this moment where you just addressed it is exactly what they were looking for. You gave them what they wanted. The best way to go about it, completely ignore them, pay absolutely no heed to them whatsoever, act like they don't exist. Because they don't. Those aren't meaningful humans. Those are wastes of time in life. Why else would they sit on the internet hating on people all day? They're losers. So just fucking ignore them, and then they just, poof, they're gone. They don't affect important people. They don't. They're non-existent. Okay. All right. Hey, guys. Hello, everyone in the stream chat. There's a podcast going on. If you're not going to talk about the podcast, leave. There's people in the stream chat completely derailing, talking about completely unrelated shit, Discords and getting doxxed. Who the fuck here is talking about Discords and getting doxxed? I don't have a Discord. No one's getting doxxed.
It is ironic now.
It's very distracting when I got people in here that are trying to derail everything and not talking about anything related. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to do a show here. I'm sorry. Okay. This sucks. I can't win as a character from DC because I'm not using a character from DC. Now I wasted credits. I didn't mean to do that. You gotta be kidding me. I just wasted 100 fucking gold. You've gotta be joking me. I didn't mean to do that. No confirmation saying, are you sure you want to use your gold? It just does it by an accidental click. That's stupidish. Papa should say, are you sure? Not, oh, you accidentally clicked on it, lose your currency that you're grinding for. Fuck. Bullshit. That sucks ass. That's fucking bullshit.
Prepare yourself.
Now, first of all, allow me to clarify. I think Crocs are some of the dumbest shoes I've ever seen. I wouldn't even categorize them as shoes. You might as well slap like holy cardboard or maybe like tape Swiss cheese to your foot. It's probably just as effective. They're dumb as shit. They're a fad. They're for style purposes. They're really dumb. Okay? So just on the surface of this story, I think it's dumb that anyone's wearing Crocs. You're an idiot anyway. Okay? But searching for game server, it's going to have an error. It's definitely going to have an error. Yep. Gaming.
I'm calling you out, Phil Burnell. Your addiction to mobile games and gin is hurting everyone around you, including sweet Jasper Kitty. You are going nowhere fast, and just like our Olympic hero Kurt Angle said, detractors have your number, buddy. Let's get you some help, Phil. Me, Dave, Duty, Murray, and even Snort Hogan will be there. We will get you into rehab and get you off the WWE Champions mobile game for good. Kat and Jasper will be so happy when you come out clean. Big ups to Detractor Dave. Thank you. Game Facer.
All right, Black Lady Walking, goodbye. You're out. And anyone else is going to say that it's a dig, you're out. Just leave now. Because you're here for an agenda, and I'm not going to put up with your bullshit. Okay? Okay, you too. Goodbye. Here it is, because here it is. Here's all the sneak dissing idiots. Okay? Here's one too. Here we go. Goodbye. And you too. And by the way, these are all the sneak dissing regulars that sit here, and they just sit here doing this constantly. They're gone, and they're not coming back. Don't even ask to come back. Because now, here's what I get to do. Okay. Thank God, right? Thank God that I can now look at this nonsense and get these idiots out of here, and we can have a good day without this bullshit, right? This is not a dig. You're an idiot if you think it is. Like, no, I'm going to be very transparent with you now, okay? If you think that's a dig, you're genuinely stupid.
DSP Gaming, Phil Burnell. My God, I've been watching you, Phil, over the years, buddy, and I just gotta say, stop spending over $60K a year on WWE Champions mobile game, alright, bro? It's not worth it. You're terrible at Street Fighter, and not lag. It's not button delay. It's you, bro. All right? You suck at fighting games in general. And you didn't get your wife a gift for her fucking birthday. Just gas station sushi and Burger King. Jesus fucking Christ. And Phil, you used the goddamn iffy language like the R word. I didn't give you that pass, brother. Anyways, hey, you hate on Asian people. That ain't good. They ain't fucking good. They're better than you.
Bro.
Anyways, brother, Phil, DSP, fuck you. Please quit. Get a real job. And honestly, dude, your wife's a gold digger.
He added so much shit himself, dude.
Credits either for Xbox Live,
It was so funny.
for PlayStation Network, and email me at darksidefil@hotmail.com and just send me the codes that I can easily just redeem on the respectable stores and get some of these games. That would help me tremendously right now. It would take the burden off my shoulders of saying, hey, I need to have a certain amount of money to buy all these games coming up. To give you some perspective, not only do I have to raise enough money today and tomorrow for my day off on Thursday, I also need to have extra money to buy Gotham Knights on Friday. Now, do I get paid this week by YouTube? Yes, supposedly on Friday, but you never know when the money's coming through with YouTube. Sometimes it's there overnight. Sometimes I don't get it till the end of the day. What if I don't have the funds to buy the game for the stream? So that's what I mean. If you want to help out with credits, that would be tremendous. You can email me some codes, and that way I don't have to worry about, oh, am I going to have enough money by Friday to buy Gotham Knights? That would help a lot, okay? So it's not always just about tips on the streams. It's just about, in general, being able to afford all the stuff for the stream. Phil's an embezzler, and Phil invests his money in terrorism, and Phil's a drug dealer, like heinous crimes. And I have no ability to defend myself because, again, I'm not rich. I have no defense against it.
Ozzy Osbourne's grandchildren gross me out sexually. And that's how I feel about kids in general. I'm like, they're not even old enough to have boobs, let alone
I'm sorry you
have
had to
a
see this.
drink, you know?
I forgot about this.
21 is as low as I go. Fuck the sickos. Y'all can talk shit in the comment section. I'm over it at this point. But that's how I feel, you know.
It was apparently sold with no online play. They're supposed to add it later. What the fuck? No. You sold me the product now for an insane amount of money. I want the features now. Why the fuck do I have to wait to get the features I paid you for when I bought it? So that's what I mean. This Arcade 1-Up thing, it's just, it's like hype right now because people are all nostalgic and shit. And then for some reason, these people have a lot of disposable income to throw away. But they're not good for any kind of practical purpose. Splinter got canceled on Twitter. That's a shame. Poor Master Splinter getting canceled on Twitter. It's horrible. That's what happens. He made another funny, but it was woke and racist. Oh no. Canceled on Twitter. Very bad. Oh my god. I'm playing a game and someone says, oh, Phil said the N-word. And then they report me and I get suspended. Then come to find out I never said it. Oh, we'll release your suspension now. But you suspended me erroneously. You punished me and my business. You shut down my fucking stream in the middle without evidence. You're an idiot. You're unprofessional. You should fucking be punished for punishing me incorrectly. Right? That's how they operate over there. On YouTube, that shit usually doesn't happen. You know, on YouTube, they're fair. And even if something goes wrong, you at least get a series of escalations as well. Now, I've heard there's extreme circumstances. If you absolutely are doing outright threats of you know, dangerous things, then you'll get shut down on YouTube, like, immediately. But, for example, I get hit with false copyright strikes, right? I was still able to stream. I was still able to make content.
So what, you're sexually attracted to fluids? Oh, you're a naughty bitch. Get me drunk. Oh, yeah, I want to pour you into my glass. I want to drink you. Oh, yeah, and then if I get drunk enough, I might masturbate later. Oh, yeah, you dirty bitch. That's not what... Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll spank that bottle of fluid. You're a naughty little bitch, aren't you? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking... Just kidding, YouTube. Okay, Cobra, the joke wasn't funny the first time. Just stop.
Any moron out there who makes a video saying I suck when I'm playing these games, you can literally bend over and suck a turd out of your own fucking butthole. That's how much I care about what you're saying these days. Because things have changed, all right? This is not 2010 anymore. This is 2022. I don't care what these fuckers say about me anymore, all right? In general, I'm probably aligned with the average performance by a Let's Player. I'm certainly not going to sit here on my stream and tell you guys I'm great at games. I'm not. I'm not. But I'm the one who you're going to tell me I suck? This is how you don't play? No. Kiss my fucking ass. You have no right to even make those fucking videos anymore. They don't make any fucking sense. 10 years ago, they did. Because 10 years ago, I sucked at everything. I didn't give a fuck about anything. I didn't try. It was all a joke to me. Life was just a joke. Play stupid video games, flub around, make fun of the game developers, fuck about, right? In fact, watch this. I'm actually going to do an extreme close-up just for this. The Game Awards are not official. Okay? I need to reiterate this. Ladies and gentlemen, the Game Awards are not official. Just because a game is named as Game of the Year on the Game Awards doesn't mean it's officially the Game of the Year. It's not that serious. It's really just a promotional tool, a money-making venture, just like the Oscars, just like the Golden Globes. It's not overall the best game. You have a right to like or dislike whatever you want. Just because an award show says that's the best game doesn't mean it is. All right? So many people take the Game Awards. Oh, that was it. That was officially the Game of the Year, and no one can dispute it. Wrong. It's just a bunch of opinions. It's all it is. No one has a right to tell you that's the outright objective Game of the Year. Please don't fall down that slippery slope of being stupid. Okay? Okay. Thank you. All right. The second boss literally doesn't tell you how to beat it, and there's no way to really figure it out unless someone's already told you. You have to parry it. Parry it. Parry? What are you talking about? Yeah, there's a parry in this game. Apparently, it's actually discussed way early on in the game, but it's never necessary for anything. In fact, it's more effective if you don't parry and you use all of Sonic's other abilities. So it's odd that all of a sudden, out of the blue, the game has a boss that you absolutely must use a mechanic you never had to use in the game before and doesn't even say, hey, parry. Just, you gotta remember how to do it. If I didn't have a live stream to help me with this, I probably would have raged, failed a million times, and had to look it up. That's bad game design. And then you head toward those story waypoints whenever you're ready. Continuous parry. Oh, look at that. Interesting. I didn't even know that existed. What the fuck? What the fuck? It disappears and you're supposed to know to jump and air dash before it fucking disappears. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You stupid fucking game developer. You fucking suck. That's not fun. Why are you trolling me, you fucking assholes? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come to your house. I'm gonna pull the rug out from under your fucking feet 10 times and see how fun that is for you. We'll have a good laugh, right? You fucking assholes. Jesus Christ, you guys are dicks. And what you chose to do is come down. You see me standing in the gutter, all right? And you kicked me in the face. As hard as you could. My nose is gushing blood. What's going on? And then as I looked up, you pulled down your pants and you defecated on me. And I said, you're mean for doing that. But I'm in the wrong, apparently. What do you mean extreme hypotheticals? What does that mean? What do you mean? Anyway. Someone found a game-breaking bug in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that is in favor of the player. They actually found a way to completely break traversal so you can go anywhere you want in the game.
Heather?
There's no limitations. So I'm going to show you that when I start playing it, when we get to that point. Because fuck that, I'm using it. I don't care. Hey, they put it in the game, fuck them. You know? They should have put it in the game. I'll take advantage of that shit. So I'll show you. Because I saw it on Twitter. I was like, that's easy as shit, too. Okay.
Last match, the game, like...
How am I down? He was in my line of fire. I fired first. I hit him multiple times. You're killed first. Fuck you. Infinity Ward, you fucking suck. You're pathetic. You're an embarrassment. You fucking people every year pump out another shit game with the same bad netcode. How the fuck do you never improve? Even me, a dinosaur of fucking content creation, puts in a little bit of effort to improve at least once a year. I get out of my little comfort zone. I do something different. You guys just fucking, Jesus Christ, you just roll into the money of stupid people, don't you? Like, holy fucking shit. Once a year, you can't even look at your netcode and tweak it. It's the same shit every year. The same bad connection. The same bullshit every year. Every fucking year. No effort, maximum.
Yo, what's up, gamer cool?
That's the definition of Infinity Ward.
Oh, get smoked.
By the way, yesterday's Thanksgiving, I only ate 6 enchiladas, but not 6 platters. That would be lethal if I did. But you ate 6 enchiladas, huh? That's still a lot of enchiladas. As someone who eats and enjoys enchiladas myself, it is pretty impressive to eat 6. So, congrats on that, I guess. Let's get you a nice animation here, Chocoboko. I guess the question isn't so much how many enchiladas you ate. I guess the real question is how many shits did you take afterward, right? There you go. You ate 6 enchiladas. Did you take 6 shits?
There it is. There it is.
All right, then we have another tip here.
You knew it was coming when you heard enchilada.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
They've been doing that for a decade.
Copyright.
They used to say I was a cult leader. I'm not shitting you. DSP leads a cult of children on the internet. Don't you see? Who else would watch that kind of content? It's a bunch of dumb children who follow DSP. And he's leading them, like the Pied Piper, he's leading them into a life of degradation and debauchery. I'm not shitting you. People used to say this about me. This is all real. Okay?
Debauchery.
Okay.
It's true. It's all true.
I received a $20 tip. And that was for 1 Minute Man. So shout out to 1 Minute Man. Happy holidays to you, 1 Minute Man. It's good to see you. What's going on? Why is no one talking right now? I'm very upset. Why is no one speaking? Is my stream chat frozen? My stream's working, right? What's going on? Whoa, what's up? Hello? Anyone speak? Anyone? Okay, Canon number 1 finally said, okay, I'll talk. All right, good. Guys, don't make me feel like I'm playing by myself. I get very lonely when I play by myself. And I have emotional problems. I feel like I need an audience. That's why I'm here. I'm performing for you. I'm not here to play these games for myself.
Dance, Jester, dance.
Everyone knows if I was just playing games for myself.
Dance, you fool.
Like weeb games and things like that, right? Every anime-ish possible character. Oh shit.
All right, last one.
I'd just be playing
Then I gotta get out of here.
Doki Literature Club over and over in a loop endlessly. That's all I wanted to play. I'd play that game for myself constantly. We had Easy Money, who said top 10, no, $10 top 10, $20 top 5. So for Easy Money, you owe me 10, 20, 40 bucks Easy Money. And if you don't pay up, you're going to be easily banned because I have your super chat right here.
You're banned if you don't pay me money.
That's 40 bucks. He says pay up Easy Money. Show us how easy that money really is, boy. Of course, bounties are for fun, little crow. Again, I can't make anyone do anything. This is not a commitment. There's no legal contract. These are people saying they're going to do something nice, right? So if you say you're going to do something nice, then do it. And if you don't, you're banned. What? Top 10 tip TOS? What does that even mean? Well, I guess you're easily banned. There you go.
Love it.
I don't even know what he meant, right? He's
Why
banned
did you
now.
ban him? All right, everybody. Hope you have a great day. I'll be back around tomorrow at some point. Peace out and stay safe, y'all. Peace, peace. Oh, actually, I should probably just play a song to take it out. Hold up. Ending after this song.
Those toxic assholes don't give a shit about anyone else but themselves. They're selfish idiots who just want to get a laugh on someone else's behalf and don't care about the repercussions of their own actions. They think they're protected because they're all anonymous on the internet, right? So here I am with an actual business being destroyed by that toxic behavior. Big ups to your dad. Me. That's what this is all about and what it's always been. Me. I care about nothing in life. Me. Human pieces of shit. Kill yourself. Me. I don't care about anyone telling me that I need to improve or change. My nigga, I have your IP, I have your name, and I have your address. I have all your fucking personal information. I will come find you in real life.
I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. Let this be noticed live on the internet. You're fucked and you are done. I'm coming for you.
Me. That's what this is all about and what it's always been. Me. I care about nothing in life. Me. Human pieces of shit. Kill yourself. Me. I don't care about anyone telling me that I need to improve or change. Me.
What's up, weeb? I'm just about to end the stream, brother. I'll be back tomorrow, though.
Me.
So,
I care about nothing in life.
Take it easy.
Me. Human pieces of shit. Kill yourself. Me. I don't care about anyone telling me that I need to improve or change. But let me tell you something. When your life is all positive instead of negative, it's a much better situation. And I can tell you that from
It's all good, man. You didn't miss anything.
Look at my life now. I have a beautiful wife.
It's pretty
I have a
boring.
beautiful life with a family, right? Everything here is
I'm gonna
so
try to
much
post a
better than what I
video
had before.
in a little bit
I'm a positive person. That's why.
before 2 o'clock.
If I just sat
Hopefully.
there constantly being negative, being angry, being upset, being jealous, crapping on stuff, shitting on stuff, hating, it's such a way. It's not a way to live. But these idiots actually do this and don't know that. I really have to think and I have to hope. These people just don't know better.